and he may be
No
coming
problem.
anytime. Okay?
Mhm.
If I go
Yeah.
offline,
No
that's the
problem.
reason. I'll jump back on once he's finished.
All
They're refixing.
right, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome back to UB and the Roof Fam. And we're having this show today. Today is actually 15th of October, 2025. We just want to do a couple of reviews and reaction over here. And I have my two ladies in the studio, the two troublemakers. I got Cece on one hand, and I got Abby on the other hand. Ladies, how you guys doing?
Hey, Uncle Ben. I thought you said you banned me from here and you've called me back again. Oh, God.
Not
Because
even
I want to talk
People
about
can't
BBL.
leave me alone, Uncle Ben. Leave me alone. Abby, how are you, my love?
I'm good, thank you, Sissy. How are you? How's your day been?
Good.
Come on, ladies. I want to talk about BBL, and I don't want to more.
Why have you called us to talk about BBL? What's our own with BBL?
Do we?
Yeah,
Sissy,
because
BBL?
Do we look
BBL.
like we know things about BBL?
If I tell you what I know about BBL, you wouldn't like me. One thing I know about BBL is smelling.
Uncle Ben.
Oh my God.
Yeah, now I told you, I warn you, ladies. That's the only thing I know about BBL. I know BBL smells. So, but this is not about BBL smells. Actually, BBL smelling is just like one of the adverse effect of doing BBL. But then, if we have to talk about body image, people actually trying to enhance their look so they can fit in. People who have lost confidence in themselves and they feel like, all right, maybe if I do something, my man may begin to admire me again. People might begin to turn heads when I'm walking on the street and all of that. But basically, we're just here to examine what exactly is BBL impact on African communities, because African community, apparently, we went into all this BBL stuff years back, and even to now, I've still heard a lot of our Black beautiful sisters who said they don't want to go under the knife, they don't want BBL, they are perfect as God made them. But I think BBL has both advantage and disadvantages. And to be frank, BBL is just like the most popular of those cosmetic surgeries. I think we still have some other body augmentations like liposuction and the rest of, and me, I support liposuction. Like, for instance, if a woman has big tummy as a result of childbirth and all of that, and she feel like, okay, I got the money, why don't I just enhance myself? At least let them tuck this tummy in so I can look good again. So it will surprise you that even though I'm an African traditionalist, westernized traditionalist, I support that liposuction. I mean the one about taking care of your belly. But let us look at the topic as a whole. So that's why I need a Gen Z and a millennial. And of course, I don't know if Honey Babe or Sister Yinka is busy, but I would have liked to have some other generation, Gen Xers like me, to be part of this conversation. But anyway, you say what?
You actually give me millennial vibe, Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
Because you always accuse Sissy of being Gen Z. I'm accusing you now of being millennial. You give me the millennial vibe.
Oh, I'm giving you the millennial vibes right now.
He's the younger version of he's the last of the millennial, the Gen X, right? Or the whatever.
Exactly. So that's what
you're still closer to millennial.
You see, can you see that's exactly what's happening with Sissy? What we accuse Sissy of. So Sissy is millennial, but she's closer to us.
To Gen Z.
Yes, you see.
And she wants to be Gen Z by fire, by force.
Accusation is not nice because it could be, a two-edged sword. Here we go.
But that's the difference between Sissy and I. Sissy want to be Gen Z by fire, by force. Me, I don't want to be millennial.
I'm a millennial. I always say it to you. I'm just raising a Gen Z. So maybe with that closeness, that's why you get confused. But I'm always a millennial.
All right. I don't want... See, Abby, you are here to do one job for me today and one job only. Don't let Sissy derail this conversation.
Uncle Ben, this accusation that you're putting on me is not fair. I watched the show again. You're the only one who started going off topic. Thank you.
Sissy, you are the one who triggers me. You triggered me multiple times, knowing fully well I'm going to say something.
Uncle Ben, you know what the issue is that you have FOMO.
Fear of missing out?
Yes. So when there's side conversations, you want to enter the conversation when you can just leave it and keep it moving.
Not when the conversation is throwing my gender under the bus.
Well,
can't you walk past and ignore?
Okay. All right, let's get this show started. But before we go on, let us appreciate our real fam in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Zainab is the first in the studio today. Zainab, how you doing? What's up, mommy? Then we got Luke, the politician, and of course we got Coach Michelle in the building. African Abroad Dates. I love that app, man. All right, and again we have, of course, Sister Lola in the building. The UK people are always punctual. It's like if you guys go to work late in UK, they usually fire you guys, right?
UK people are generally punctual. Actually,
don't like lateness.
But you know that generally with the UK culture, we have like good etiquette and all of that stuff. It's meant to be a British thing.
I beg you. Anyway, let's keep it going. I got Abby in the building, and I got Sissy in the building also. And who else do we have in the house? Uncle Patrick. Shout out to Uncle Patrick. Welcome, sir. And of course, we got Cool Mama. The cool mama that is always trying to deceive me with low cuts and beautiful face. How are you today, my sister? You welcome to the show. And yes, today go bam. My lawyer is in the building. Nobody should try me. Oh, D is here. Yes, I'm gonna blow grammar today. Hello. Emma Alpha. Welcome, D. How have you been, my sister? Did you know D went back to watch yesterday's show? And he's like, D watched the entire thing.
I saw like 12 comments from her. Uncle Ben, you didn't introduce her properly. It is D of London, Lagos, and Abuja. That's how
that's the new thing now?
Yeah, big D of the three major cities.
D of London, Lagos, and Abuja. You see, I always get them full hand. Beautiful sisters, fantastic, beautiful babies who enjoy life. I think this should be one of the definition of soft life.
But she's one of those people that likes to hide.
Right?
We know through it.
Oh my God. All right, let's get this show started because we have a lot to cover today. So everybody, please hit the like button, share to your WhatsApp, notify everyone we are here once again. And here we go, people. All right. This is a reaction show. We're going to play a lot of videos and we're going to be reacting to the videos. Remember the topic we have for you today. Let me just remind you once more. I want to talk about get your body done. And this is about a guy who actually published a video. I think that guy is one of those, I don't want to call him, what do you call those boys that dating rich aunties and then they got married to rich aunties? What's the name for them?
Gigolo.
No. Kilo Day. Gigolo don't get married. These ones that get married, what do you call them? Gigolos don't get married now.
Sugar boys now. Is it not sugar?
I think they call them in America, they call them bank boys, and then later they become bank boys. You know
that one, Uncle Ben.
Oh, that's what we call them. They are called bank boys,
Yeah, Gen Z. Yeah, Gen Z.
Typically, yeah, toy boy. Thank you, Sister
Oh,
Lola.
toy boy. Right. Yeah, of
You
course.
Who
see,
said that? It's because they get married, they're called toy boys. That's not
his
the reason.
Sister Lola actually got it. They call them toy boys.
Oh
So
no, Uncle Ben, that's not what a toy boy is, though. A toy boy, is a side chick. Is a side chick version of is the male side chick version. Sissy, Abi, which English am I speaking? Is
It's
the
just a
male
guy
version
that's
of
dating a
side
much older woman.
Oh my god, English is
Mhm.
no toy boys are usually side chicks now. The women are usually married to successful men, and they
Yeah,
are the boys on the side. So they're the male
yeah,
version of side chicks. That's what a toy boy is.
yeah.
They don't marry the women.
oh, that's it. Okay.
Yeah.
No wahala. So I ran into this video. I saw it. My girls they share it on our operation. A lot of videos. So that particular video actually caught my attention, and then I listened to the video,
Be right back, guys.
and I'm like, all right, Sissy. And I'm like, is this boy for real? So that's when I started looking into BBL, and then I saw a couple of videos of Nigerian ladies who were actually complaining about what BBL has done to them. So let's take it from the start. In fact, let me switch the video I wanted to play. So this is the video that started it all. I want us to listen, and then I will take your I will go through your take, and then we will continue to dissect the situation. So if you can see my screen right now, according to how this information was shared on Temilola, is it Temilola Sobola or something blog? So the caption reads, actress Uche Ogbodo's husband is advising women to go for BBL and tummy tuck after they are done with childbearing. He said men are attracted by what they see, and it enhances the confidence of a woman. All right, so here is the video. Take a listen.
Me talk, whatever. As a lady, yeah, I beg, go run am. Do you understand? Go ahead and do it, especially after having kids. You get me? Because if you no do am, that your man wey dey tell you say make you no do am, you go come out go dey follow baddies wey do am. Go dey follow Lagos babes, Port Harcourt babes, Abuja babes wey run am. Do you understand? So do it is for your own confidence. And I no go feel like you, men, we dey like wetin we dey see. We love beauty. We love physical attraction. We get attracted to the body before we get attracted to the soul. So once you look good, I'm on your advantage. You. So if you feel do am. But make sure you use a good hospital. Make sure say you use wetin good hospital. Shy guys, quick one here. So if you know you can afford a BBL, tummy talk, whatever. As a lady, yeah, I beg, go run am. Do you understand? Go ahead and do it, especially after having kids. You get me? Because if you no do am, that your man wey dey tell you say make you no do am, you go come out go dey follow baddies wey do am. Go dey follow Lagos babes, Port Harcourt babes, Abuja babes wey run am. Do you understand? So do it is for your own confidence. And I no go feel like you, men, we dey like wetin we dey see. We love beauty. We love physical attraction. We get attracted to the body before we get attracted to the soul.
All right.
So once you look good, I'm on your advantage. You.
All right. So, Abby, your take on this?
Do you know what it is, Uncle Ben? I'm going to be very honest and say, I'm going to be honest here and say that I am pro plastic surgery. I'm not against it.
I'm fainting.
I'm just
Somebody
not.
hold me.
Uncle Ben, do you want me to lie? I'm pro if that's what's going to make you confident. But the only issue that I have with plastic surgery is when it's younger women that do it, especially women in their 20s. I just feel like you have many other options, in my opinion. I feel like you need to my idea is you need to try other things first. Also, as someone who has seen my body change here and there significantly over the years, and I still know that it's most likely going to change again, what even is the point? So the one time that I can't even fault anyone on is after childbirth. If you feel like you've had all of your children, you want a breast lift, you want a tummy tuck, all of that stuff, I would say go for it. As long as you're doing it under safe circumstances and you do your research and make sure that the doctor is the right doctor. For things like body, you can't be what's the word? Spending nonsense amount. That's really of money on someone who is very qualified and good at their job. That's the only time I fault it. So sometimes when I see all these turkey ads where you're spending £2,000 on BBL, does that
Mm.
make sense to you? Right? And then some people sometimes they have complications where you come back to the UK now, you have issues, the NHS is not going to take you on because that's not their business. They're not
Oh, NHS don't pay for it.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of women that have had issues where they went to Turkey.
Oh yeah, I remember. It's elective surgery, even here.
And then they come back to the UK and they're like, we didn't do your body in the first place, so we can't touch you. The most they can do is keep you alive if something is happening where you're actually going through a lot, and then they can't do anything about it. So for me, I'm pro surgery if it makes you more confident. You feel like it makes you more confident. I might not do it. It's something that I'm wary of, but also I don't have these insecurities that some of these women have. So it's not fair for me to use myself as an example, right?
Okay.
And I don't know if I'm going to have insecurities after the 2 children that I want.
Only 2?
Only 2. I said that because I was going to get a reaction from you.
You lie. The minimum is 4.
Uncle Ben, it's not me and you.
That is on Africa.
Uncle Ben.
Yes.
You see, this is why the conversation always derails. Can you see?
Okay.
That's the example here.
Oh, no, I lie.
So I agree with the man in a sense.
Okay, Sissy, I don't know if you listened to this video. Do you agree with this guy?
I didn't hear the video, but I think I saw a snippet of it where he was saying that if a woman wants to have surgery, he supports the surgery for like after childbirth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Okay, so what do you think? Is that a good recommendation?
I mean, in terms, I don't think it should be a recommendation, but I think that is it's a valid reason for somebody to have surgery. Like for me, I've said, once I have all my kids, I'm getting rid of these boobs. I don't want to hear stories, right? I don't want to hear stories.
You're not serious, Sissy.
That's the truth, because I know I'm not going to breastfeed again. I'm not. That's not the plan moving forward.
Wait,
so if I want to do something like that,
you say you want to get rid of the upper part?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Like breast reduction and like
no.
But if I was like Abby's age, somebody that's not had children, and I'll be saying, "Oh, I want to do like something augment my body before I've had children." I mean, it's not necessary. I don't think. But then again, people's insecurities are different, right? So it's hard to.
Exactly why I said this. Exactly what I said. There's no reason to be expensive and doing your body. You don't even know what your body is going to do in 2 years.
Yeah, I don't agree with young people doing surgery unless it's something that is really like, some people have like crooked nose or they have something that really, really makes you insecure. But sometimes like boobs and all these things, you'll grow into it. Like when I was younger, I was not flat chested, but I was smaller breasted. Once I had my daughter quite young, I was still very petite, like size 10. Then as I've got older, I've become more curvy and, fuller breasts. I had my son. So now I've just got these Babylons. I'm not saying they're super big, but they're bigger than what I used to have. But that's just with age, right? Who would have thought? There was a time I used to think, oh my God, I should get a boob job.
But Sissy,
so bodies are different.
Sissy, when it comes to the rules of brotherhood, the law of attraction applies to every woman. Meaning, a brother got to see something that attracted him to you. And as an African man, one of the things that caught our attention first is that upper body. Then we look at the backside. If it match what we're looking for, we signed up. Now you're saying you're going to get rid of one of the very elements of the law of attraction, Sissy.
But you're already hooked. But you're already hooked.
Be careful, my sister.
Are you already hooked?
So you, Sissy, no triam. No triam. This is
You're
what you
already
do.
hooked.
This is
So
what you did yesterday that I couldn't get out of you, turning me around. Anyway,
Can I ask a question, please?
yes, ma'am.
My question is, at what point as a man do you encourage your woman to do what she's happy with and comfortable with her body?
Okay, now do you want me to give you a sincere answer, or should I just give you social media answer?
sincere answer, of course.
I'm sincere, of course.
And if I give the sincere answer, you're not gonna come for me.
It
No.
depends. No,
Okay.
I'm not. I cannot promise no. It depends.
Okay. First off, I do not sign up for that. Your body, your choice ideology when
Oh
you are
God.
married. No, come on.
Okay.
I don't know if you get what I'm saying. I don't sign up for your body, your choice as a married woman. And the same applies to men.
I kind of agree.
It got to be a joint decision.
Okay, but that's exactly, Uncle Ben. Listen to my question again.
Mhm.
At what point as a man, I come out, okay, I hold my husband, baby, I really don't like my boobs. I want to get them reduced. It makes me uncomfortable. My back hurts. I don't really like the fashion choices that I have. I'm convincing you now. At what point do you just let you go and be like, you know what, is your body?
Okay.
You'll be happier. That's what I mean. I didn't say any married woman. I don't think it's right for any married woman to just say, bye,
Okay.
I'm going to the doctors. That's not nice.
Okay, cool. Now, when you say you're not comfortable with your boobs, we first of all have to consider the proportions. Why are you ladies laughing?
We are not the doctor.
No, wait. We have to look at the proportion. The upper body reduction you want to do, what is the proportion of that? What is, when you look at the size to the body? You
Look
see
at
what I'm
right
saying?
hand, everybody.
So, if it's really like Oshodi, and the rest of your body, what's going on?
I want people to see your hand properly. Sorry.
Nobody will see my hand. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. So, if it looks like Oshodi, and the rest of the body is not, is kind of smaller in proportion, yes, baby, we can do it. But if you have this, what was this size women used to say? If you have like, is it 38, 32, 38, or no, 36, 32, 38, meaning the upper side is like 36, your waist is like 32, and then the bum is like 38. I'm not gonna sign up for that.
Uncle Ben, so are you saying that if your wife tells you this thing now, you go and bring tape measure?
I am seeing it already. She doesn't need to tell me. I'm seeing it already. You see what I'm saying? I'm looking at it already. Come on. Let me no start.
But what
All
if she has chronic back pain? Look at these comments about how her back is bent. Look, my
Look,
back is slightly bent. A lot of women complain that they have back pain when they are too, heavy at the bottom.
yeah, you see, I'm not against a woman who is really, really busty and want to do something about it. But what I'm saying is that it got to be reasonable. You can't just wake up one day and say, hey, baby, I want to do breast reduction. I want it to be pointing. I want them to put 2 granules in front of it. I won't sign up for it. You feel what I'm saying now? But if I can tell that, this has actually been something that you've been dealing with all these years, and now that the kids are grown and all of that, then I will sign up. I don't know why you are struggling with my answer, Abby. Anyway, we got Uncle Patrick in the building, but let's quickly take a couple of comments. Okay, Uncle Patrick might be at work. Uncle Patrick, please chime in.
All right, Uncle Ben.
Yes,
Welcome,
sir.
Uncle Patrick. Good
Hey,
evening.
Sissy, Abby, my
Uncle
daughter.
Patrick.
How
Good
are you?
evening, sir. Welcome, sir. I'm good, thank you, sir.
All farm. How's my day? Yeah, Uncle Ben, I'm always very objective.
Yes, sir.
This is the era of social media. And I said I'm objective because I don't have human body as woman body. I'm not a lady. There was a time where I was just walking with my wife. I saw a lady on a wheelchair with a big upper body. So I asked my wife, say, what's happening to you women with this upper body? I said, it's a problem, especially when you are big. And my wife's a nurse. He said it's a big issue for women when the upper body is big. And when they are big in body, it's hard their backs. Oh, I said, I didn't even know. And I've always been wondering, wow. And even family planning affect women. I'm just saying this. My wife, when we finish having baby, she did the family planning, even in America. And one day my wife goes, I want to have one baby more. I said, are you kidding me? Are you serious? No, 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 no. And I just fly, say, how about the family planning you did? He said, I know you. That's why I didn't tell you. I took it off. I said, what? Say, this woman. He said the thing affected her. Number one, she was adding serious weight. And she was having heavy periods. Women will understand. Very heavy. Say, you don't know, Mr. Man. That's how he said to me, say, Mr. Man, you don't know what women go through. That she has to have. Women, you don't play with their doctor's appointment. She went for some consultation, and the doctor said, you have to take it out. I said, oh, I didn't know. So I'm so sorry. When I hope you won't get pregnant. I said, no, she's not. We're done. I'm just giving you that to tell you that women have their body and know the way it affects them. But what I'm going to say, like I said, this is era of social media. Do not allow anybody to just come out and fool you. You have to make your full research. Everything that you do will have a consequence. You have to make your full research with a qualified doctor so that you don't regret in the future. Say, wow. At least we have women chopping up their upper body because of cancer. Here in America, I've met a woman like that, and you won't even know. Yes, and it's being done by qualified people. So whatever you want to do, please get the right information, qualified person, discuss with your husband that this thing is bothering me, I can't deal with it. So there won't be friction. If you go and do BBL to get money and the thing bust, you go bust with them. We've seen cases of people buying with these quack doctors. Even doing your fixing your teeth, your tooth. Like Abby said, if you go to Europe, to Turkey and do it. I have a friend that because of Europe was very expensive, he went to Turkey and did all his teeth, the tooth, for about $7,000 pounds. I mean, he stayed there for the whole week to do it. So there's always a consequence.
Okay.
Research. I've done the research. I'm going to give you an example and round up. I had I forgot. Is it my ankle? I forgot one part of my leg. There's a swollen something there. I said, what is this? I have my insurance. I went to the doctor. They sent me to therapy. They will press it. They will do it. The thing was painful. I said, God. My ankle, one of my ankle was swollen. I said, what kind of something is this? I wear socks, people didn't know, but it was swollen. I can't be going for therapy. They are pressing this. I'm like crying. I just did my research. I went to special. It was a vein restoration. The lady I talked to, she's been a consultant for 15 years. He said, Patrick, we've seen everything. It's a vein restoration. Uncle Ben, I opened my eye when they say surgery. I opened my eye. When everything disappeared, I said, God, I can never forget the insurance of $5,005. He said my insurance will cover it. Beloved, everything disappeared. That swollen, I said, oh my God. He said blood wasn't flowing in my vein. That was my first time of hearing that. Because as Holy Spirit, I need your help. I need the right. I met with my doctor. My doctor never referred me to the man, but I searched and went to World MD and see. They did a vein restoration. It's not my big vein weren't coming out, but somewhere on my ankle, I forgot it. It was swollen, big swollen. So please take your time. If you know you have the money, go to the right person. That's what I'm going to advise you, especially when you're in the abroad. I just gave you what happened to me, what happened to my wife as well. Everything you do, every surgery you do has an implication, especially when you have to change part of your body. Thank you, Uncle Ben.
All right. Thank you, Uncle Patrick. I really like your take there. God bless you, sir, for sharing with us once more. Now, I think what I can deduce from Uncle Patrick's take is that some surgeries are necessity. They are health-related surgeries that needed to be done. Why some could be classified as luxury. And that is where I think BBL and the rest of this cosmetic surgery fell on. But let's take some comment real quick, and then we'll continue the conversation. All right, where do I even start now? Let me scroll down. So the question is this good advice? The one coming from the video we played. All right. D said, I'm waiting for CC and being paid to drag me for our Bobby reduction. My back is suffering. Whoa, D, I've seen you, D. Don't try nonsense. Well, lighter, okay, you are trying to trigger me. Let me drink ice. Because I think I know what you guys are planning to do now. Okay, all right. Let's keep it going. Cool Mama said, me that used to have flat tummy and Nishi, after 3 kids, my tummy is not the same. I understand you, my sister, and I'm in full support of that. Of course, a lot of women go through that, and some of them are lucky enough, they get back to shape, but some, they go they chase and they can never get it back. So, and especially here in abroad, you guys don't do hot water treatment. I think back in Nigeria, when women put to bed, the old mamas, when they come for mugo, they go take hot water, finish you. Do you know what I'm talking about, Sisi and Abby, right? Where they will use hot water to press your tummy and all of that, and the tummy will just get back to shape.
Yeah,
But I think another,
Your tummy does not get back to shape,
doesn't
Shabot.
get back to shape, but
the tummy don't get back to shape with hot water pressing.
no, not really.
No, really. Just helps here and there.
My
Just
sister
help.
and sisters get back to shape.
I beg you, Uncle Ben. Because
In terms of the tightness of the tummy, I mean, it will go back, like it reduces swelling. It doesn't make your tummy go back to shape.
And obviously
It
it helps
reduces
with that kind of
swelling,
the
blood
blood
clots,
flow,
and blood flow and stuff like
clot,
that.
those things.
All right.
Make
Okay. Let's keep it going. This said, UB, our backs are suffering and we want more versatility in our dressing. I am doing it with CC too.
I'll be honest, that is my only frustration, to be honest, because my chest is not that, like, I've seen some girls and I'm like, oh my god, how do they live? It's not that bad. Like one of my daughters, her friend, oh my god, from like 12, her boobs were huge. So currently she's waiting on the NHS to get a boob reduction because it's becoming ridiculous, and she's super tall and she's had these boobs since she was like 12, and they are just like so massive, and she's very, very slim. So imagine somebody with Abby's body frame with massive boobs. It's a lot to manage, right? Mine is not like that. Mine is more for aesthetic. There are certain outfits that I want to wear that I cannot wear.
Okay.
And I'm tired of not wearing them. So
we will come back. We will revisit this, but I don't want you guys to take me where I don't want to go yet. So let me just take the comment real quick. Coach Michelle said, do what makes you happy. I disagree, Coach Michelle, unless if you have to put it out, do what makes you and hobby happy. Because I've seen a lot of women say this these days. Do what make you even when they are married. Do you know maybe what makes you happy will actually not make your man happy? Any pushback on that? I'm ready.
Yeah, but because Uncle Ben, who comes first?
What do you mean? Who comes first?
Between me and my husband, do I choose my husband's choice or preference or mine?
You choose both of you. That is what
No,
marriage
Uncle
is
Ben,
about.
this is the issue. You're not being straightforward. I said who, meaning you can only choose one. No.
That is Gen Z way
Uncle
of looking at
Ben.
marriage.
No, in this situation where you and your husband are at loggerheads and he's not agreeing with you and you're actually suffering, whose choice actually should surpass the others?
Okay, are you ready to leave the marriage for your cosmetic?
Just because of boobs?
Uncle Ben.
No. You see, this is serious conversation. I think this is where we do miss
Uncle
it at
Ben,
times.
you
Thank
should,
God.
as a husband, you should be happy with whatever makes your wife happy ultimately.
No,
that's what you're not understanding.
That my question to you is, if what makes you happy will actually make your husband unhappy,
why would her body make you unhappy? I'm not understanding.
For instance, I'll give you an example. Back in Nigeria, one of my friend that we used to be in the same circle, meaning he's closer to my own friend than myself. I have all the time we were in school, all the time we were in Lagos State University, even until after we graduated. I have never seen this guy dated any girl without oversized boobs. I have never. Like, you can literally leave a normal body girl with him, he won't bother. But once he saw a girl that is somehow big and the boobs are really there, this guy will chase you to any level. All those Lagos Isaleko babes where we did school together, then they yearn them for a hand. You see, so now imagine a man like that married a woman with big boobs, and now because of fashion trend or something, the woman turn around and say, "Oh, babe, I think it's too much." I have to. And he said, "You know what? I don't think you should reduce it. I really love it like that." And then she went ahead, scheduled the surgery, and get it done. Do you think that man will cheat on her? Or he won't cheat on her with another woman with bigger boobs? So these are the issues, Sissy. I'm not just saying it for the fun of it. Once you are joined together, two has become one. It's no longer my body, my choice. It's now my body, our choice. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
So it's like if I meet my husband is 6-pack over the years, maybe 20 years into the marriage, he has 0-pack, he's got bald hair. Now I'll tell him, "Oh babe, when we met, you had full head of hair. I'm divorcing you."
It all depends. If there are solutions, you are recommending it, and
I feel like the relationship should be more. It should be beyond just the physical. There's so much more that you put into the relationship that it's not just about physical. There's some things. Maybe if the leg is gone, you will say, "Oh, when I met you, you were had supermodel legs. Now your leg is gone. I will leave you." Come on.
All right, Sissy and Abby, as well as all the sisters in the chat, let me ask you this: would you like to have your body your choice, get your body done the way you want, and stay married to a man who is sleeping with someone else?
Uncle Ben, I think you're
always extreme.
You're going too far.
It's not extreme. These things are very...
Uncle Ben, I asked this question, and my reason was very simple, right? If you have a proper conversation, able to convince them. Now, it's one thing to go from like a double D or double G or whatever to like
an A cup.
C cup. Obviously, you're not going all the way to completely flat chested or what's it called, palm size boobs, but there has to be a compromise. So I'm expecting you, Uncle Ben, to say we can compromise.
What are you talking about? Double G. What is double G?
The size of
Uncle Ben, unless you have to put the picture in the backstage, we can't visualize. I don't know how to describe a double G and an A.
What is double G?
Okay, let's use fruits, right? Let's say watermelon.
Okay, fruit.
The cup.
Okay, so let's go from watermelon size to like orange. That's too extreme.
That's extreme, right?
What did these guys they talk about now?
Watermelon. So think of watermelon size
pineapple. You know, that's a fair compromise between.
Is that how you were before we met?
Well, Uncle Ben, let's say before we met, right? let's say it's pineapple, and then childbirth and all. A lot of women add, in those kind of
Yes, which
areas.
is true.
It now
You go
becomes
to watermelon.
watermelon. So now that watermelon is stressing me. I don't like it anymore. Blah blah blah. Can't I try and reduce it so I go back to pineapple?
How would your upper body goes from orange to watermelon?
Uncle Ben, that happens with
It
childbirth
happens.
and hormones. I've just told you
I've seen it a lot
before
from
I
my
had my
cousins.
daughter, my
It
boobs
happens.
were way smaller. As I am now, my boobs are the biggest that they've been. That's just with time. I didn't have these boobs when I was even my daughter now is very
And after
literally
you
like
stop
flat chested.
breastfeeding, they didn't reverse.
After breastfeeding, no, it's like they even got bigger. So now I've just got these
Even me
big
that
boobs
don't
from
have
nowhere.
children. Even me, I don't
Ah,
have children or anything. I've seen my body change in the last 3 years. And I'm
okay.
not
Hormones.
but
It's
I
like
have
adding
not added
weight.
weight
Your weight
per
goes
se.
up, your weight goes down. You add weight, you take off weight, and sometimes it's not just about adding it's just the appearance. Like now, there's a lot of construction. If I want to wear there's certain dresses I cannot even wear. Like all these dresses that you were talking about yesterday, off shoulder,
Mhm.
that dress that the lady was wearing for the wedding. I can't wear stuff like that because with my type of boobs, it will be spilling under my armpit, spilling over the top, and it will just look obscene, right?
Ugly. Yeah.
But there's some dresses that you want to, even just wearing a shirt,
But
a button down shirt, front shirt. I've not worn a shirt, button down shirt with shirts with buttons in the front because every time you wear the shirt, the button will be gaping. It will be gaping. So come on.
okay, now this is what I'm talking about. You see how you took your time to explain the inconvenience and how practical it is that somebody can literally understand why you need it. That's what I'm talking about.
Uncle
Now
Ben, that's what
you
I
have
said.
But
convinced
we were
me.
saying that, Uncle
That's
Ben.
what I said. I literally said, hold your husband's hand. I said, baby, this is my issue. Blah blah blah. That's what I said. You have to convince your
You have
husband.
to
Of course.
compromise, but I wouldn't go from like my partner now. He's like, babe, these boobs are fine. He will send me pictures of women whose boobs are even crazier big. He's like, your own is not even like that. Don't try it. It's a
But
joke, but he will still
but here is
want me to
another
be happy.
sorry, Sissy. Here is
Yeah.
another thing. In this day and time, I've seen women use different type of I don't know what you call it, but I'll just call it bra.
Construction. Yeah, bruh.
So no matter how big they are, it still fit in, it still look good. And
No, Uncle Ben, that's not how fashion works. We just explained it to you. Sometimes it's not even the actual clothes. It's not the bra. It's not the bra solutions, Uncle Ben. It's the way it looks. When you're top heavy, there's certain things that if you wear, it will not even look nice. It's not, Uncle Ben, you might not understand it, but the women that are uncomfortable, they know why. Another example is like V-necks and stuff. See what happened that yesterday with Chioma comparison and that woman, that Calabari bride comparison. We are trying to explain to you that the reason why it looked like that woman was showing more is because her boobs were fuller and she was sitting. That's an example of how you can have the same style and it just looks very different on the person that is top heavy. That's how fashion is. And sometimes I've seen women that are very top heavy wear certain things, and I knew they shouldn't have worn it because it doesn't look as good because it's not their style, it's not for their body. So
And it,
sometimes, but
go
someone
on.
like me now, I don't have to overthink any. There's nothing I cannot wear. Not
okay,
spent, not tight, not flare. There's nothing I can't wear. I have
all
nothing.
right, all right. Let's keep it
Exactly.
going. Let's keep it going. So Coach Michelle said some men are honest, they will tell you it's fine, but be attracted to it's fine, but be attracted to something else. So every man should stand by their wife to do what makes the wife happy. It has to be negotiated anyway. Okay. More people don't plenty here, Sha. Honey babe, what's up, mommy? How you doing? You welcome. Okay. Okay. So let me play the next video. And this video is coming from a Nigerian lady that actually, Zeno, what's up, mommy? You welcome, Zeno. Zeno said, I can't wear a lot of things because of this reason. Even for work, it's so annoying, unnecessary attention.
Exactly.
You
It's
people,
true.
no, I think you people are exaggerating this thing. But let me just keep going. Okay. So the next video is from a Nigerian lady, and this lady actually explained what she been through as a result of BBL surgery. And that is why I felt concerned that we should talk about this, because I think, in Nigeria and mostly in Africa, a lot of women like to do this bandwagon thing because other people are doing it and because they have money, they just want to do it. And I don't think that is right, especially when sometimes if something goes wrong, it can lead to a devastating outcome. All right. So when I come back, I'm going to play the video and then we can react to it again. All right. So we're going to listen to this video, but let me quickly take this comment from D. D said, I do not like the attention either too. Nigeria uncles haunted me from a very young age. What type of uncles are that now, D, to your long? Although you are a beautiful girl, but I'm not saying that excuse what they are doing, but I think I understand what you're saying. But I'm thinking maybe your beauty may have more to do with why men may admire you. You know how many people they zoom you? You know how many people
stop doing politics, Uncle Ben. Stop.
I'm not doing politics, but do you know how many people zoom on your pictures on Instagram?
Uncle Ben, Nigerian uncles, before Uncle Dio will say, let's not generalize. A lot of Nigerian uncles are very useless. So.
No, they're renowned for it.
They are very, very, very silly, perverted.
All right. All right. Abby, wow. Okay, let's go. Listen to this pretty lady. I don't even know her name. Let me see if I can get her name. So according to Linda Ikeji, it says, I spent 7 million naira treating BBL complications after a fake plastic surgeon almost ended my life. Nigeria lady wants women after surgery gone wrong in Lagos. A Nigerian lady has shared her terrifying experience after undergoing the Brazilian butt lift BBL surgery in Lagos that nearly claimed her life. According to her, she trusted a man who claimed to be a certified plastic surgeon, only to later discover he was a nurse posing as one. Ayemi. In a video making the rounds online, she narrated that she decided to undergo the procedure in April, but it turned into what she described as the worst mistake of her life. I spent over 7 million treating complications from that surgery. I am not exaggerating, she said. She explained that after the operation went wrong, she was abandoned by the supposed doctor, who told her she should be grateful to be alive. He told me, are you not lucky to be alive? What if it was death? She recounted. The young woman warned other women considering cosmetic surgery to always research thoroughly before choosing where or whom to operate with. Okay, now let's listen to her.
BBL and lipo. But do you know that you yourself have to help yourself and research? I got my body done in April, and I can say it was the worst mistake of my life. I used over 7 million naira to treat complications. I'm not exaggerating. So please, if you want to do your body, do not go to a hospital because of influencers. Do your due diligence. Do your research. There are hospitals in Lagos that are very good. There are hospitals in Nigeria that are very good. But first of all, is your doctor a plastic surgeon? The doctor, is he a plastic surgeon? Anything can happen, and they will leave you on the bench. Some won't even reply you again, just like my doctor. My doctor asked me, my nurse that is posing to be a doctor, he asked me, am I not lucky I'm alive? What if it was death? That is what a supposed plastic surgeon is supposed, because that was what he said. He said he was a doctor. When we all found out that later he was just a nurse posing to be a doctor. So please, we are good. You want to get your body done.
All right.
BBL.
All right, that's it. Let me quickly also show you. This is crazy. I don't want to show you this video anyway. All right. So that's her take right there. What can you guys, what would you ladies say about this, Sissy and Abby? First off, are you ladies hearing me? Is
My
Sissy and
hearing.
Eddie here? Okay,
I hear. I
cool.
was waiting for sisters to
I
All
can
come
right.
hear
in.
you.
Cool. First off, I honestly wouldn't advise anybody to do BBL in Nigeria. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we don't have qualified doctors who can actually do it, but if it goes south, I can't guarantee you will survive it. I remember one time we covered a doctor, a Nigerian doctor here, that she was so popular. She was doing this
I
BBL
know.
thing. Dr. Anu, yes, thank you. At the end of the day, he didn't went well for her. So first off, I wouldn't advise anybody if you want to do tummy talk. I think tummy talk is less riskier than BBL. But BBL, I wouldn't say you should do it in Nigeria. You better get your money, travel to places like US, Germany, India, UK, where you're really gonna have really good care. So that's it. What are your reactions to this lady's video? And then we can now go to the side effects.
Uncle Ben, I can't lie. In my experience, I have a lot of friends that have BBLs. And in my
Wow.
experience, I do. I told you that I roll around a lot of influencer groups, so it's a thing. And in
So
my
you
own
mean
experience,
wait, Abio, you mean you have a lot of friends that are intimidating you with BBL?
I'm not intimidated because my body is naturally nice by God's
Okay,
grace.
cool. That's what I want to hear.
That's
Go
that's
ahead,
the best
Mama.
part. But that's why I said I can't use myself as an example because I don't have those insecurities. But what I wanted to say, Uncle Ben, is that I'm not going to lie. It seems as though BBL is hit or miss, even in Hollywood, in like across the board, is hit or miss because there are people that have money, have access, and it just seemed like it was just a mistake. That's what I noticed. That there's one doctor that could do 8 BBLs and they look so nice, and then the other two. However, there's one doctor that is based in Abuja that is one of the popular doctors. But the issue with a lot of Nigerian BBL, and I'm not disagreeing with you about doing BBLs in Nigeria, I'm just saying that the only issue I have is that there's no emergency care in Nigeria. So if
Yeah.
anything happens on your own, that's the only problem. However, in terms of skill, there are two top doctors in Nigeria. One is in Abuja, one is in Lagos that are really good. The only issue, Uncle Ben, is that they charge a minimum of $15,000. They don't charge in naira. But a lot of these Lekki BBL centers, they're charging 3 million naira. So these people are choosing the cheaper option. The same thing with the Turkey hospitals as well. They're choosing the cheaper options because outside of, and also Uncle Ben, a lot of these women do not factor in aftercare. When you finish paying $15,000, you probably need another maybe minimum of $5,000 for your aftercare. All
Yeah.
of your massages and your fahas and all of that stuff, right? And then you finish doing BBL, you want to enter club in 2 weeks without faha. I mean, come on. So I think a lot of girls get it wrong with the aftercare, but most especially, think about it. Is your body worth 2 million naira to be doing BBL for 2 million naira? I think that that's the problem. I don't think that the issue is that there's no good cosmetic practices in Nigeria. I think that the ones that are really, really good and world renowned, we've had a few people from America and not even go to Nigeria to these ones. A lot of these Lagos girls cannot afford it. That's really the issue, in my opinion. So that's what I think
Okay.
happened.
That's a very good submission right there. Welcome, Sister Yinkus Pepe. M. Jones, you welcome, Mama. Chucky, Alpha, welcome, Chucky, too. So,
See my
Sissy,
hater.
Yeah.
what's your take about what this lady complained about? How she spent 7 million to treat BBL complications?
I mean, Abby summarized what I kind of wanted to say, but I just feel like my issue with BBL is all surgeries, a lot of these surgeries that are like trendy or viral type of cosmetic surgeries, right?
Mhm.
I feel like it's really dangerous to do things that are just out at the moment for trends. Because we touched on this yesterday when we said a lot of these BBLs, now a lot of these celebrities like Kim Kardashian that were like the number one girls for BBLs, right? They've now gone and removed most of their BBL. They're now
Yeah.
flaunting a much slimmer frame. A lot of people who, back in the day when women used to have breast augmentations, like all the big boobs, it was like Pamela Anderson back in the day. Those people, those body types or that body aesthetic is not trendy anymore. So to me, things that are just cosmetic surgeries for trends, it's very
Yeah.
dangerous because tomorrow you wake up, nobody's rocking
Yep.
BBL, sorry, and you're now left with the BBL, and you already went a shortcut. Let's say you went to Turkey, paid £2,000 to do your body. Clearly, it's because you don't have the money. So what now? You're gonna go and start keeping up with the Joneses and start doing another surgery, whatever the new trend is. It's unattainable and it's dangerous, because a surgery like BBL they say it's like one of the most dangerous surgeries that you can have, right? So why would you put yourself under that kind of under that risk just for a temporary trending body type?
Yeah.
To me, it doesn't make sense. So I mean, for this lady, obviously she had the money, but I would not personally go and do any type of surgery in Africa. I'm sorry, I wouldn't. I don't care how renowned they are. The systems that are in place in Africa are not that to that standard of the West. So it's very risky to do that. If you don't even you're offering BBL, but you don't have effective aftercare or emergency care for people. I mean, so why are you offering it? At least those doctors should fly to America and perform the surgeries there, right? But people who go and do surgery, like you leave the UK, you go to to Nigeria to do surgery. Good luck. Nah, that's very risky. I don't care how good the surgeon is gonna be. It's very, very risky, because at the end of the day, everybody's body is different, and all these procedures, they come with risk. And BBLs, there's too much risk involved. So if you don't have the money for the aftercare and the maintenance, I think you should just reconsider. Go gym. It's cheaper.
Since a lot of them don't. Imagine like your
Yeah.
full budget can be like 25 million. You only have 15. But really and truly, they tell you need to have around 15 massages afterwards. I would go for
Even
like 25.
more. I
I
know
would go
somebody
for
who
like
did BBL.
25.
She's been
That's what
doing
I'm saying. They'll
massages
give
for
you
like
the
a year.
minimum. That's what I'm saying. They'll give you the minimum that they expect, right? It's like anything else, right? The doctor can tell you that, oh, you need to reduce your weight by 5 kg, but you use your initiative to say, you know what, I'm going to still keep working, working out. Why would you stop once you lose 5 kg instead of just maintaining a healthy lifestyle? That's what a lot of them don't realize. So they don't have the full budget for aftercare. Because
All
Yeah.
right.
again, most of the time it's
Risky.
you just want to do it quickly with 3
Yeah.
million naira.
Oh,
3
you
million
can't
naira.
do that. I mean, you can't put a price tag on. I mean,
Exactly. Does 3 million naira really
I wouldn't go for the cheap route in terms of your surgery when it's life and death. It's risky. It
Yeah.
can be risky.
Okay, now that's a good one right there. Thank you, ladies. Let me just check the comment real quick, and then we can move on real quick to the next aspect of this conversation. Chucky said, my issue is during the bedmatics. What's the fun in that with, oh, don't touch my don't touch my boobs, don't touch my bum, don't touch this or that. Where is my phone? Okay, where is my phone gone to? Relationship done.
Okay,
Yeah,
my question, Uncle
this,
Ben, sorry, before you
yeah.
come in, relating to this. So these ladies with this overinflated, follow me, okay? These overinflated asses, are they dating men who are carrying overinflated bola? That's the question I need to understand.
I don't understand, Sissy.
Okay.
You
I
have an overinflated, exaggerated ass. The
mm,
men that you are doing
Oh,
the
I
do
know what you
with,
mean.
their package, is it overinflated that it's reaching all this extra?
They won't be doing doggy now. They'll just be doing
Why
missionary.
not?
I think Cece, I think the right question is,
It's
can they
crazy.
touch their toes? Why are you laughing?
No, but
You know,
Sissy, you know why your
it's
question is
really
not you know
valid.
why your question is not valid? Because the women
Why?
that have it naturally, if the bola is not big, it's not big. So you're going to have to find like anything else, you're going to have to find positions that work for you. And it's the same thing where I look at two people on the big side, and I always wonder how it's going to happen if stomachs are
Okay.
conflicting. So you
All
find a
right.
position that works. That's why I say
All right. Let's take more comment real quick. I know this is an interesting conversation. Thank you, Abby. Thank you, Cece, for at least how maturely we handled the topic so far. I was even scared.
Uncle Ben is ignoring us, and I don't know why.
I don't want you people to take me where I don't want to go. Yesterday, we did 5-hour show talking about nothing. Yesterday,
What do you
5
mean talking
good
about
hours.
nothing? Uncle Ben, there was a lot of education in that conversation, please.
What I saw in that conversation, he just laughed out. So
Laughter is good for the soul. Is that not good?
Anyway, shout out to my sister Kumbi. How you doing, Mag? We welcome. She said, didn't know it costs that much in Nigeria to do BBL. Okay, M just said, are planning to get a BBL in Chucky. Okay, she's responding to Chucky. Sister Yinka said, BBL is going out of style. Oh, what will happen to all the rubber bombs roaming the street? Atimi, please just make sure you talk to my boys. May they not carry one of these.
They reduce this in the gym now, Uncle Ben.
You say what?
They now they can reduce BBL in the gym if it was fat transfer. So a lot of them are working hard at it.
Okay. Abby said, who said who said they don't touch? Okay, we'll get into that briefly. This said, we are not well equipped to handle emergencies. Plus, NEPA can take light.
$2,000.
NEPA fit take light. Generator, they fit put adulterated gas in the generator. I think I know one laugh. M just said, I heard those top doctors in Nigeria have aftercare facilities. Okay, Abby and D, both of you can actually help me do that research so that if you guys know a really solid,
yes,
we can.
Yeah,
we
I
can
know a
talk
particular
about
doctor that I've spoken to before. I know him personally,
Okay.
and he's not a joke. There's a reason why he charges $20,000. It's not a joke. But like I said in my submission, the only reason I would go against having your BBL in Nigeria is emergency health care. But this particular doctor that is quite popular in Abuja, he covers all bases, and also he used to practice in America and then went back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you will research that for, I don't know your schedule for Friday. Maybe you and I, you can finally be my guest so we can do our Love Instagram and Gen Z episode so we can review all that. Hey, shout out to Sister Natu. Well, for those who don't know, yesterday was Sister Natu birthday. Happy birthday to you once again. Sister Natu. So Sister Natu said, I have imagined if that lady don't have money for after treatment. Absolutely. All right. Let's keep it moving. Now, let me quickly come back to what Chucky spoke about and the response that I got from my sisters here. Sister Yinka also said, UB is trying to control this show by not laughing. Hey, Sister Yinka, you don't know me too much. Why? Why would they read me like this? Okay, so let's come back to this one real quick. Maybe we can cover this in 5 minutes, okay? So basically, one of the complaints I've heard from men who are dating ladies with BBL is, number one, BBL stinks. Now, that is, of course, that is debatable. Anytime I saw video of ladies who actually came out and say BBM sticks, guess who will be fighting in the comment? Ladies that do BBL. So, but I don't go by what ladies says when it comes to this BBL thing. I go by the men right there behind you during doggy, who is perceiving whatever is coming out. That's what I go by. So if the men who date ladies with BBL are saying that this thing is sending us to...
But why would it be smelling? I don't understand.
You say what?
Why would it be smelling?
CC is seroma and abscess.
Okay.
Or like tissue, like what's called
okay, when it's got infected.
Yeah, and necrosis is tissue death, which is very common in BBLs. And that's one of the reasons that BBLs fail and there's dents. You see, when there's dents, it's because of that tissue death, which is called necrosis.
You know what, Sissy? You are taking me where I don't want to go. So
I've heard of the necrosis, like when people do lipo and that's why they have to do the massages. But I was always wondering, why are they saying that it's smelling?
Let me tell you what it is, Sissy. The problem with the massage is that the massages cannot save you, right? Because it's fat transfer. And if the fat spies, then it's what it is. What are you going to do? It has spied in that area and it's a problem. So that's the thing. It's just so risky where you're banking on your body just being obedient.
Yeah, it's true.
And what are you? There's no way to control the body obedience, right? Which is why the doctors have to also do due diligence to make sure they run multiple tests.
Yeah.
As well, to make sure that you have a higher chance. But it doesn't even mean they can eliminate that. Just like any other procedure in the world, there's things they cannot eliminate, but they're just hoping that it will go well. That's BBL.
All right. Well, now that you ladies have gone there, let me follow you guys down there. All right, let me start with the most popular figure in this BBL thing. Do you guys know who's on my screen right now? That is one of my favorite American singer, Cardi B.
Who is that? She's a
Rapper.
singer.
That's Cardi B, a rapper.
Okay, Ben, help us and sing 2 songs before we move on, since it's your favorite.
I like it like that. Banana na 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 na. I like
Okay.
it like that.
Okay, the
Shooky
next one.
shooky shook. I like it like that.
The second one. The next one. We said 2.
This bitch got my money. No, let me rap, Daddy. No, I won't start now. I won't start. You want me to rap?
There's a rumor that like my boyfriend dumped me because my BBL stink. And it's just like the way this ass be getting in, it can be. No, but the thing about me is I'm very, very anal. Funny. I'm very anal about how I smell.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know who made the rumors that BBL stink, but it's like it doesn't stink. Well, how would a BBL stink if you don't got no open wounds? Why? Because your ass is fatter? You can't clean a fat ass? You don't know how to clean a fat ass?
You do.
I do.
I am from Venezuela.
There's a rumor.
Well, I don't know, make me laugh. D, don't start with me. D, you started messing with me now. D say sing Bodak Yellow. Which one is Bodak Yellow?
The first song.
You can't me if you wanted to. This is expensive. This is
That's the first song.
All the shoes. I don't. Is that about that yellow?
Yeah, it
I
is.
don't wanted to.
I don't even know. The one I just like is
Yeah,
I
okay,
like
fine.
it like that because when you are in the other room, the light is dim.
Is that the songs that you're playing, Cardi B?
Oh yeah, when you have gym, you don't gym when in the afternoon. You are all day. You are preparing. You don't eat bitter cola. You know what I'm talking about. You eat bitter
I have no
cola.
idea.
You know, and you do a lot of pelvic muscle exercise all of the day.
Okay.
And then now at night, you know, the light is dim, soft music. And then when you are there and you are hearing, I like it like that, you know, and then that I like it like that is mixed with the melody that is coming from your, you know, try it. You can never forget that track. That's why it's my best track so far. Bad ladies. So
Cardi
now,
B is not on my playlist for love making or any.
I can't believe it. Based off of words.
No.
Her
sorry.
words are very vulgar. What are you using her to do?
okay,
Like,
see, ladies, let me tell you.
that's not love making. No, that's
Abby, listen, if we Gen X are talking, make they pick something. The goal is to hear Cardi B, you know, not too loud, and you need to play it with your woofer.
I don't want to hear her at all.
Like, you need a JBL to play it, okay? Then you now try to match the chorus of the music, you know, with the make I no spoil now. Try it, come back and tell me what's up.
Yeah,
Okay?
I don't want to try it. Why are you teaching me such? I miss mommy baby girl.
Why is everybody messing with me now? Sister Kumbi says, sing WAP, Uncle B. You see, you people even know Cardi B songs more than me. Why are you people? No holy people for this real farm. All of you, you are sinners like me. So anyway, talking about BBS smells, so Cardi B was trending a while back when the guy he dated after Offset, there was this rumor that the guy says the BBS stinks, and I think I really don't want to talk much about it because Cardi B is my paddy anyway. But like I said, if the man says it stinks, I tend to go with what the man says. And what makes BBL situation is even worse is that there are ladies who actually admitted that the BBL stinks. Let me show you one more video.
Yeah, sorry, before you go ahead, can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am.
After a breakup, is the woman allowed to say that the man's bola was small anyway?
It is their
And would you
choice.
believe her? Does it mean no? Does it mean that she's right? That is true.
I see what you are trying to do here, but let us face reality here. You know, no. On a serious note now, thank God we have a TSC show coming up tomorrow. Everybody please tune in tomorrow. These are topics that is not okay for a man to discuss out of respect for women, but it's absolutely excellent when women are the one discussing it. To be frank, even outside of BBL, you know how important female hygiene could be, even for men too, especially hairy men. And I'm serious. If any man who is hairy, you are very hairy and you are hearing me right now, shave your bum, shave everywhere, smell it. Tell me if you
You're
like
not
what
getting my point. My point is that I wouldn't take the word of a bitter ex because women go about
no.
saying all the time
This
that
is not offset.
he was even a two
No,
minute
this is the
man.
second boyfriend. This is the second boyfriend. Let's call it what it is. I won't say if this was coming from offset, I won't take it seriously. It's coming from the second boyfriend. So whether he lies, whether it's true, we don't know. Me, I'm just running on the basis of people who have actually done BBL. Some of them actually stated categorically that it stinks. I shared a video this morning in the backstage. I don't know if you guys saw that video. I'm trying to find it now. I can't even see it. That video trended. A lot of people came for that lady. When the lady came out openly and admitted that her BBL stinks, a lot of people came for her. They literally dragged her like there is no tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? But it's the truth. Many people are confirming it that this thing smells. So that means it smells. And since we're talking about aftercare, definitely you need, for those, it's even disgusting to talk about it anyway, but that is one of the disadvantages. Let me just play this video real quick here. Take a listen.
I had to come outside and talk about this because after what I just experienced, I'm traumatized. BBL smell is 100% real. I don't care what your mama say. I don't care what your friends say. I don't even care what your doctor say. BBL smell is real, and let me tell you why. And if you're wondering what it smells like broccoli. The broccoli that's been sitting in your pot with the top on for 2 days. We all know how that smells. Sour, funky, molded. Now, it's going to be some people that say, my BBL don't smell like that. I don't know where she get her information from. Take your hand and rub it back there and see if you smell the same thing that I'm smelling. Now, some BBLs have a soft, funky smell, like a musky smell. And then some BBLs have a loud smell, a smell like rotten flesh. But trust me, it's all the same smell. Now, if you're wondering how to get that funky smell up out of your skin, because, yeah, it's sucked in them pores. And it's
all right. Because of my time, let me play this one. This is the lady that actually came out and admitted that this thing smells. She coined a terminology for it. She said sitting body air, that her sitting body air was really horrible. So take a listen.
Because I wasn't afraid to get on here and say my BBL smelled like dumpster juice, and y'all or don't make me the villain.
This is the ongoing fascinating saga of a woman whose BBL stank.
So in part 1, I was telling y'all how my sit down air was stinking real bad, and it got to the point to where I had to carry around a bottle of air freshener or a bottle of perfume.
So how could a BBL cause somebody's sit-down air to stink really badly?
Well,
There are a number of possible causes. Obviously, cleanliness and hygiene may have something to do with it, especially if you've had a BBL and things aren't feeling the same down there. But it also could be due to medical conditions. Let's hear a little bit more from her.
When I say that BBL really ruined my life, I even lost my boyfriend behind it. He was telling me the whole time, like, you're stinking real bad down there and I can't stomach it. It was the truth. It got to the point to where when I would get my laundry out of the dryer, it would still smell like that raw eating flesh.
Now, if you've ever worked in healthcare, you know that the thing that smells the absolute worst, worse than anything, is rotten flesh. This is worse than the smell of somebody just not cleaning back there, and that's how she's describing this. But unfortunately, the people who watched her video did not like her explanation, and see what happened afterwards.
I have a lot of women angry with me. They are reporting me. They're commenting nasty things.
Although some people may have a hard time cleaning back there when their behind is so much larger, it doesn't sound like that's the case with her. Fat necrosis, where the fat dies, is a known complication of BBL surgery, and if that fat gets infected, it could smell badly and actually drain. Now, the only people who know what happened are the patient and her surgeon, so let's give her the final word.
How I got my BBL surgically removed because my sit-down one was stinking real bad. BBL stink, do you hear me? And it's not coming from the vagina or the beehole. It's coming from the incisions that they cut to inject the fluid and the fat in your butt, okay? There's people in the comments saying, oh, you wasn't washing up right. Come on, let's be real. It's coming out of the incision. It fucking stink. I don't care what y'all say. It stink. And if it's not healing properly and your body is rejecting it, the hole will remain open and the drainage will continue to come out and stink up your linen, stink up your underwear, stink up everything, okay?
If you're cleaning regularly and healing properly, your BBL should not stink. But if you have a complication like it sounds like she did, then I guess it could.
I think we should fire the sluts. I hope.
All right. So there you heard the video right there. Please, ladies and gentlemen, African sisters, I want to beg you, please don't do BBL. No matter your shape, size, or anything, your man will find you. Did you know that there are some men that are actually looking for women who are really not endowed in the behind? Like, that is literally their choice. Sissy, Abby, do you agree with me?
Yeah,
true.
I agree, but I don't know. I don't think it's about the man.
It's about
It's
the
not
man.
it's not
Abby.
about men straight up. Some women are very no, but Sissy, I've met a lot of people, not met. I was I know a lot of people across the internet where it's just a real insecurity for them. Like this thing now, for instance, with the hip dips Uncle Ben we're talking about for the most part. This is the fact that even we know that you can go to the gym and start there. It might take a while, but things like hip dips that can never be fixed. And even I, as a woman, I walk past women all the time, and I sometimes I really if you look at people, you can see how they why they're insecure about stuff. Or if you look at before and after pictures, you can see why they're insecure about it being a woman yourself. So sometimes I don't really think it's about men. Some people have really deep issues because you're seeing other women like you. Uncle Ben, see the question you asked me about my friends that have BBL and if I'm pressured. It's things like that, right? Where there are people that have real insecurity issues. And I don't think it's about men. Because for you to even date, you need to there's a level of security that in a sense you have to even be happy to date or get naked in front of a man, etc. I think it's longer than just men, Sha, or it's deeper than just men.
But I think also we need to embrace just having different body types. We're not all the same body shape. I don't understand why it's like now if you go to certain places in London specifically, there's certain type of girls, they look like carbon copies of each other. There's no originality in it. Everybody looks the same. They'll have the same weave, they're carrying the same bag, wearing the same outfits, have the same BBL. I mean, there's no, to me, it just looks weird. It looks like a factory of mannequins or robots walking around. Everybody looks the same. The beauty in us as a human race is we're all different. Abby's short, I'm tall, the next
Excuse
person
me.
is fat.
Hello, Uncle Ben, end this live stream. Why do you use my example of Abby short?
Abby's petite. Okay.
Ben,
Like we all come in different. If we're all 6 foot, long legs, boobs, I mean, what's the variety? There's nothing there. So I feel like if everybody just appreciates what they have, okay, you have a flat ass, you have other qualities. Maybe you have a banging pair of breasts.
See, you're saying it as somebody that is you're African, right? and you have curves in all the right places, whether or not you're satisfied with certain parts that you want to reduce. That's what you're saying. Oh, you have a flat ass. That's what you're saying. Because
No, but even if,
no,
even if,
I get you, I agree with you. But I'm saying that it's easy for you to say from a place of being secure. That's not how they feel. Because you have a bomb, they are thinking, oh my God, African men that I'm into, Yoruba men like bomb, and that's my type. That's what you're not understanding. That it starts with them first before they even get to a point of security where they can even get that close to men. And this thing you're talking about, people looking the same all the time, blah blah blah, is what I was trying to say yesterday about how we create aesthetics. Whether it's social media creates aesthetics, and that's what reigns until a popular person creates another aesthetics, or a couple popular people create another aesthetics. Now, because same way skinny now, everyone is taking Ozempic. That bubble head thing has become a thing and is now trendy. So I think that's what happens is a couple of people starting from even fashion, the runway, all of that stuff.
Okay.
Like that.
Yeah,
So
thank you. Thank you, Abby and Sissy. I know you guys wanted to turn this around now to make it boost. And somebody in the comment, a few people in the comment are really looking for my trouble now. Be in this world, you are looking for my trouble. Amaja, what we go fight?
Who said they just booked their BBL?
Oh, that's my adorable. Now, don't mind that sister adorable. She's another troublemaker. She's the one that say, why would I say people should not do BBL? That
you
she
got
just
adorable or too okay.
No, adorable is not too okay. Too okay is another person.
I'm saying it's not adorable or too okay. Anyway.
Adorable is from Obodoyinbo TV. Now another troublemaker sister. I know you guys are trying to press my button, but after yesterday's show, I have gone to my therapist. My therapy has spoken to me, and I listen. You see, you people cannot do me what you did me yesterday. But Sissy and Abby, I take God beguna too. I see the trajectory. I see where you both are going. You guys want to end up blaming men for this BBL epidemics. Don't do it. Please. Try. Men has nothing to do with BBL. We do not push you people to go and do BBL. That is why we African men, we are always contented with our African sisters. They get natural BB. See, if you see African woman when no come with big yash, something is wrong. Maybe she no chop well where she did small.
But we can't all have big ass, big boobs. We all come in different packages, right? I just feel the man that will like you irrespective.
Oh wow. Let me take this from the real Mojo. Missy, you know my friend is always 100% she will come clean. Rimojo said, I've been cut across my lower stomach 3 times for birth, including emergency birth. And no matter how hard I work, that part of my stomach will not go anywhere. Only way to fix it is to cut it off. So sorry to hear that, my dear. So sorry. That is actually the fate of a lot of women. In fact, here in America, I don't know what they are doing, but I've seen a lot of our sisters getting sliced all in the name of CS.
Oh, CS.
Yeah. They won't even, some of them will not even encourage you to push. The next thing is they will table it as part of the option that, hey, we're doing CS. So there are some women here in America now that if you see them with 2 now cut, then cut them. You see them with 3 now cut, then cut them. And this is where I said my gender, we have to be praising, encouraging our women. These
I
women
thought you said it's not your gender. So what are they encouraging?
My gender is not responsible for BBL. I'm saying my gender should appreciate women, especially when it comes to childbirth. You know, I share my story with you guys now. I wasn't in the US when my first 2 babies were born, BB and Vicky, but I was right here from conception to delivering when my boy was born. So my boy actually gave me the first-hand experience of what living with a woman who is pregnant looks like. And that is where I respect women a lot. And that is when I get to, it's actually fun to be around pregnant women. They go show you shege, you know. And I've told you guys at least one of the experiences that my wife showed me when she was pregnant with my son was this woman won't stop working. In fact, it took one of my auntie to explain it to me that is part of her coping mechanism. You know how person go carry belly way big bam bam like this, saying they go work.
Working.
You see what I'm saying? So I will literally beg her, please stay at home now. She's been working in our facility for like about 5 years. No, 6, 7 before I came. And she got all the time in the world to take time out. This woman, no, she will just be walking around the clock. If she's at home, if she's not cooking, she's baking. So that alone stressed the hell out of me. Like, and my madam used to be one of these women, you know, these women that usually have big belly. Now one picking go there, but the belly go big well. So I'm looking at her like, if this woman go for all of that, but it's fun. What is more scary is when we actually got to the labor room and we have to do the CS. I was there all through. That was so traumatic for me. That was the day I really knew how much I love this woman, because at the point after the epidural and all of that, you know, her hand was getting cold. I was holding her hand. I was talking to her, but her hand was getting cold and I was scared. I won't lie. Literally, I got scared. Like, Jesus Christ, what is going on? Long Joe. So I started praying. Everybody, doctor just look at me and smile and say, everything's okay. And another thing is that in that delivery room, there are, I think, when I count, about 8 professionals there. 3 doctors, nurses. I'm like, this is really, really good. So I'm saying this for people to know that if you ever experience your wife giving birth and you don't see her in a different light from that moment henceforth, bros, something is wrong with you. Like me now, my own madam, she get free card. After that experience, nothing where this woman they do where they bother me again. I feel verse, do no, yeah. It's a lie. Nothing, you know, they go anywhere, because that was the humbling experience for me. And so I get it. So when women complain about their tummy, this and that sky is so freaky crazy. Sometimes it stay there, it won't go away. Sometimes this make I not talk about women, but they are beg. Mona, forgive me. But I just
I just sent something to the backstage, but the issue is that I don't think you can play it because the person is too naked.
I can't play anything, no.
A man doing BBL and it is so badly done.
A man?
A man, but he's too naked for YouTube. I wish I could share it with everybody that is here.
Man doing BBL, like all these guys, the way they go the other side.
Yeah, men do BBL now. Men do BBL. Men do the 6-pack, whatever. So I don't know what it's called.
And men then do the yash to be big also.
Yes, they do.
Sorry, I can't play this video. I'm not a fan of this type of madness.
But you can't play it because it's not going good for the.
I don't even want to look at it. I'm not a fan. Any man that is doing whatever woman is doing, I'm not a fan of that. I'm sorry.
It's just that it's very badly done.
Even he's supposed to even pay for the process. I'm sorry. Any man that is doing what women are doing, any man that is doing what women are doing, I'm not a fan of that. So please, let me just stay with my conventional mindset. I'm not buying into any kind of crap. That is madness, American nonsense. Anyway, let's keep it going. I think what we're gonna do, I think this is a very interesting conversation. I may have to leave Abby and Sissy here while I'll join you guys back when I get to work. But the thing I want us to also consider is this: BBL and Kiriwa. BBL and Kiriwa. I've heard people say that women do BBL because it attracts men. Questions are, do BBL keep a man? Do BBL guarantee sexual satisfaction? Do BBL actually brings happiness that both the woman and the man are looking for? 3 questions. So if you want to join us in the studio, you are welcome to be part of the conversation. If you are busy at work, you can drop it in the chat. Cece and Abby are here. I'm here. It's just that I'll drive for like maybe about 22 to 25 minutes. So now let's consider these 3 aspects of BBL. First off, do BBL guarantee sexual satisfaction? And that is where the question my brother Chucky asked earlier comes handy. Once you add this extra meat to your bum, now your bum is so big. Do you know how inconvenient it is for a man? Because now I saw a post on Dr. Shola's page. I was going to do a reaction show, but I think maybe I forgot or something, where a man was lamenting that he married this woman. The woman already had 3 children. And then when he married this woman, he helped her raise these 3 children. And now that the children, they are all done, they are now they've graduated from school, this woman all of a sudden feels like she's no longer beautiful and all of that. So she went and had her body done. The story is on Dr. Shola's page. You can check it out. I'm not making this up. So she went and had her body done. And as soon as she had her body done, she became a different person. This is a Nigerian woman. No? She became a different person, and the man can no longer have access to her body like he used to. So the man said, even having Kiriwa became mechanical. So I brought that back because I heard it as Sisi or Abby were saying something about a man having big or long bula in order to satisfy her after baby and all that. And I think that is where the talk about this mechanical romantic experience comes in. What gives a man joy during intimacy? All the Gen Z make on a block on our ear. What gives a man joy during intimacy is the ability to touch, grabbing what is supposed to be grabbed, playing with the beautiful backside during action. And now that you had your BBL on, we can no longer grab it the way we used to grab it. We can't even land it the way we used to land it, because now we got to.
You need palm enlargement. How is that my problem?
What is palm enlargement?
I don't know. Because now you're angry that your hand is not big enough to grab.
No. This BBL thing, like, don't let me get graphics. This guy no bait me. When you are in the action, sometimes if you really know what you're doing, if your madam is endowed, sometimes you want to grab both, just squeeze, it kind of boosts your energy at that moment. Sometimes you even want to push, clear road very well and all of that. But BBL is there right now. You can no longer grab, you can no longer push, now. I don't know. I'm just imagining, and I'm telling you this from African man experience. We like big things, and when you are dealing with big things, it's fun. Sissy, why are you laughing? Am I lying?
It's your hand movements.
That's why I say you need to enlarge your own screen when you are talking, Uncle Ben.
I put my hand movement.
Put your hand under the table.
Okay. I can't talk like this, Sissy. I feel like maybe I'm in jail or something. This is not day, okay, Joe? So please, ladies, help us understand. If you have friends who have done BBL and they share their experiences with you, how did this thing goes down? Because me, I'm a straightforward person. I like if you see my madam say, you're gonna say I like big backside. I know you take and they play, all right. But then I can't imagine myself in a situation where I can't grab. I can't grab.
So you have a type. The rest of us should have a type.
You say?
So you have a type, but the rest of us should focus on a good attitude. We should focus on character traits. We should all have a type.
I'm talking about bedroom. What did bedroom have to do with type?
You said you just explained your type, which is your wife. But we now, Gen Z, we should only focus on God fearing. We should focus on character. We should not have our own physical type too.
No, you Gen Z are looking for the people where God never create. Those are the people you guys are looking for. So please tell me, can BBL guarantee sexual satisfaction for men? Abby, Sisi.
You're the one that should answer the question. How would we know? Because it's you men that are running around. When you see BBL, they'll be running around sniffing.
The reason I'm asking you ladies is because you ladies have more experience. Women generally, not you, Abby and Sisi here. Women generally, they have more experience when it comes to how the third leg operates.
So for me, like I said, if your woman had a flat ass before and you've been doing the ta before, your size has been working. Immediately she gets a bigger ass. That your ta is not going to be hitting the same. That's why I said these women that go and inflate their ass, the man that you're doing it with, is his thing going to meet up? You guys said, oh no, it's not a thing. You learn another size. So to me, I feel like you're now adding a level of insecurity for that man. Because in the interim period, yeah, maybe it will look nice, but the man will now start having insecurity problem because he's not going to be able to be hitting it how he was hitting it before. Because he's not used to having all of that extra package to be managing. He's been managing it thinking, oh, he's doing the thing, he's hitting the spot. But with all of that extra ass, he's not going to be hitting anything. So I feel like, if anything, it will cause more problems if a guy is not very well endowed himself. Then it will cause problems for the couple. And a lot of men, I know that adventurous, they have their style that works for them. They feel like, oh, I usually get it for you to work when I do this style. They don't want to remix.
And that is why I ask Sisi. That is why I ask, will she be able to touch her toe with BBL? Because if a lady with BBL can touch her toes, problem can solve at least to some extent.
So every time you'll be doing the goodie, you'll be touching your toe. That's your only position now.
You went for the BBL.
No,
so?
But you can't.
My own is this. Anybody can say it's now inconvenient. But at the end of the day, if with or without BBL, there's certain people based off of their size or their shape or whatever, they have to actually conform to the style that works. It's just the truth. Either way, that's always going to be an issue or not, depending on how everybody is built in the relationship. Everybody knows that even natural people with natural big bones, things like doggy can be an issue because it gets lost. So either way, it's going to be a problem or not. So I think that's the list of the problems. Except you're married, and that's your forever partner. If not,
look, even some women with their normal body type, they can't even stay on top for more than 30 seconds. So you add in your heavy duty load at the back. I mean, how is it gonna work?
Exactly.
How's it gonna work for you?
And now that you mentioned
I don't give Uncle Ben this point. Uncle Ben is not saying exactly, but like I asked you a question, Uncle Ben. If both people are extremely big, it's also an issue. So anything
are big
in bedroom.
What do you mean both people are big?
Imagine your stomach is very big. The woman's stomach is very big. There's no space. You can't do missionary.
They will walk around you.
That works for those people. But if we're in a relationship and we've been having good like bedmatics before, you now go and add an extra barrier that we're not used to in our bedroom. We're not two big people, so that doesn't work. It can work for those people because obviously they find their rhythm because they have to manage. But we've not been managing that hurdle before. Now you're adding.
I'm saying that it's an unfair like reason for somebody to not want to do something.
But then some men are like that; they don't want to because what's been working for them in the past has been working for them. Now you're making them do extra work because of this inconvenience that you've gone and added to yourself. So that's why I said, to me, I feel like in the interim it will be fun and dandy. But if you're not a man who's willing to be experimental and you're used to doing how you are doing and you don't want to mix it up to accommodate the extra masses at the back, you're going to have problems. So I don't know if the
Lord.
sexual
So,
compatibility or enjoyment will be the same as before. I don't know. I
so
can't say.
Sister Grace say, you haven't been there with BBL. How do you
Now watch
know
the videos I put
that
out.
you can't grab? I listen to story from men podcast a lot. I listen to story from men podcast,
If
and
the
those
BB, why would they not be able to grab? Is the if the bomb is those ones that are filled with all those super glue and foam and all these weird stuff, then I don't know. But normally, when they fill it with your fat, it should jiggle. As long as it jiggles and has a natural look, you should be good.
You can grab anyhow, to be frank. You can
Oh,
grab BBL anyhow, you know. Some people complain, according to what I've heard in some men podcasts too.
okay, so it'll
Some
be painful.
yeah, some lady complained of is it misalignment or something? They say it might result to misalignment,
Oh,
meaning
like move it
like
out of shape.
so it's like as a man, you just have to like, I don't know. So that is why you see there are men leaving them. They're not gonna tell you the truth. A lot of ladies with BBL is either their man is cheating and now they can't complain because the man will definitely let them know why they have to, or their man will leave and then they will be crying foul. Look, I want to leave you guys with this. Something Sisi have said severally, and I agree with Sisi. You pay me say I have to agree.
Wow, 2 days in a row, people are agreeing with me. The brotherhood. What's going on?
Because you
What's
bring it
going
to
on?
100 at times now, even though you be Wahala woman. But Sisi said this a couple of times, and I have to agree that first off, men are the reason why women are traumatized mostly. You
Oh
pay me
my
to
God!
agree.
Say that again.
Then, secondly,
Say that again.
I'm not saying it against Sisi.
Uncle Ben, say it again.
Then Sisi also said that many times women are doing some things not for men but for themselves and for because they are kind of competing with fellow women. So when I look at this BBL situation, I don't think women are really doing BBL for men, but I think they are doing it because they thought that is what men wanted. Do you get the
That's
logic,
true.
Sissy?
That's true. Mm-hmm.
So I don't think they are doing it for men. I think they are doing it for to enhance their body images, but they want to enhance the body image, believing that that will kind of attract men, and not just anyhow men, like what they call high net worth men. Unfortunately, a lot of men don't really buy that. And some of those BBL look terrible, to be candid. Especially those ladies with tiny legs with BBL. I'm usually on the ground when I see them. So, where are we going now? Where are we going?
I think it's very important for us to actually identify that just like a lot of topics, there's more things that trend for agenda purposes. One of them being that BBL stinks, right? Of course, it becomes a thing, but it doesn't mean that most BBL, because again, it is an adverse what's the word? Effect of BBL. So, like
Mhm.
most things, some people will go for open heart surgery, some will buy, others will survive, and others will start living normal life, right? It is
Yeah.
like anything else. But the day that somebody buys from that open heart surgery is when everybody will come and start talking about the experience, about how they have a cousin that died and they have a brother that died. Like that's how it goes with social media. So generally, BBL does not stink, but there are complications that
You
come
say
up.
it does not stink?
No,
I
generally,
disagree.
BBL
BBL stinks.
does not stink. But
It
there are
stinks.
situations like seroma or abscess, right? Which is abscess is basically fluid under the skin, because obviously there's an incision there, which is a problem of not healing
It's
properly.
not
Then
healing.
you have
Yeah.
things like necrosis as well, which is essentially tissue death as well, right? Same thing. It is rare. These things are rare, but it happens. So I don't agree that is the majority. I honestly do not agree. right?
And it's also an effect of surgery, because you can go for CS, and I've had a friend that's had a cesarean, and her wound was not healing. She got infection, she had an abscess, and it caught, and up to now her stomach is like deformed. So somebody could say, oh, CS stinks, because maybe at that time, because of the infection, it may have had, you know, the areas oozing, it's infected and all these things. So it's not that the BBL
So
stinks,
it's
it's just that the
surgery,
person has got an
period.
infection.
So the next thing I want to say is this whole thing about if BBL is for men or women or for themselves, right? Again, categories. There's a common thing which D put in the comments where a lot of Lagos girls, there's lots of like, there's this whole, should I say, I don't want to, anyway, let's just say there's a thing in Lagos where they say that a lot of girls are investing in BBLs to attract those men that will give them lifestyle, right?
Mhm.
That happens a lot. But can you see that that is a category of girls? But we also have women that are doing mommy makeover. We have women that are realizing that they will be better Fashion Nova content creators and all of these fashion content creators if they have a certain kind of body. Some people are actually doing the same way someone like Sissy said she would get a breast reduction because of aesthetics and because of the fashion aspects when she finally gets the chance. There's a group
Okay.
of women like this as well. So in similar ways, let's not publicize it based off of, oh, it's just for men. There are women that do things for themselves and because it makes them feel good. Again, what is very common these days is what you call mommy makeover. Don't makeover for what? Is it to do a shower? She has husband and
No. See. I'm actually for mommy makeover.
exactly, but it's a
Be
group of women
honest.
like this that are under money makeover, their own aesthetics, where they're secure with their own men and all of that, right? But it's a thing of their own mindset, how they want to look, how they think clothes will fit them better. They want to get rid of their hip dips, things like this. And it's a category of people that just do it
Eh?
because they think that their lifestyles will
Why would you measure this hip dip again now?
one of the reasons is one of the reasons why people get BBLs, because sometimes you can grow your bum in the gym, but you cannot correct your hip dips in the gym. So some people get BBLs, which is more long term, and some people even get fillers, like temporary hyaluronic acid fillers for their hip dips,
Hell.
which is
Down.
much. You can get that for like less than £500, and you just have to refill it twice or 3 times a year. Some people do that as well because your body already has a hyaluronic acid, so it's not that much of an issue.
To be fair, I will do that.
Okay, now to be honest with you, I'm in support of mommy makeover. Yeah, like I know I'm a
Mommy
traditional
makeover
man.
includes breast lift, breast reduction most times, tummy tuck,
I would know.
360 lipo.
No. We will remove.
That's what it includes.
We will remove breast reduction. If I have to put my money on that thing, we're not adding breast
But
reduction.
if you've been breastfeeding for a long time, you've got 4, 5, 6 kids, your boobs are like facing downwards. You want your boobs to be pointing upwards. You're gonna have to have them reduced.
What are you talking about?
That's what women want when they go for mommy makeover. It's not just always tummy tuck. Some women, their tummy is actually fine, but it's the boobs. You want your boobs to be lifted and, you know, perky again. So it has to go. The meat, the extra fat has to go.
Well, to me, okay, I don't know this extra you ladies are describing now. I don't know, but my own thing, my own idea of mommy makeover is let's get your stomach flattened.
Why?
Because I just feel like every woman deserves that after childbirth.
Why should you have a flat stomach? You've pushed out 3 kids. You don't need to have a flat stomach. That's natural. Why can't we embrace the tummy? You're all on board for flat tummy, but you're not on board for her doing her boobs. Come on, Uncle Ben.
No, you see, I just explained to you now. I think I was able to be a little bit graphic with you, my sisters. For we as men, all those your body features play a significant role in our own satisfaction in order to help us to satisfy you. If you know what I mean, Sissy. So now, boobs is one of the critical elements of attraction. I told you now, when it comes to the word of brotherhood, we look at these things differently, Sissy. That boobs, oh my God. I share with you my own friend's experience back in school. This guy don't date any lady that is not big. It doesn't shine away from me too. If not be saying then if I tell say me can share in express, I will go talk about them. We were in school. We be friends. Me and my own friend, we be friends since we did diploma until we started full time, and then he became our friends in 200 level. From 200 level till we graduated. He never dated any girl that is slim or mid-size. No, they are always like this. And those women, sometimes they fight on top of themselves, fight on top of our guy. So what entices each man is different. And for us, for we African men, that your backside and that your front azu, you can't mess with it. I'm sorry.
Thank you. So can you take being is asked or something? That question that the person just dropped.
Which one?
Very necessary question.
Which one?
Being is the word above Chucky.
That is I think that is Y2K. Abby was saying it earlier. I now see the DP now. This is Y2K. So is that the question? What about willing makeover?
No, Uncle Ben, can you read that again?
Cece, there's a video that I just dropped at on the backstage.
Which one is what about? Okay, read it. Is there what about willing makeover?
Yeah, what about that?
What is willing makeover? Abby, educate me, please.
Uncle Ben, I just dropped a link on the backstage. I dropped 3 links, which I said you can't play because of the body part.
Is it those men on?
Well, no, one of the links is that the same way I just talked about hyaluronic acid and fillers. A lot of men actually,
oh yes,
they make their kidney, they are down below. They are bigger with fillers as well. And there's those that do like proper makeover, like proper surgery. But the easiest way is also injecting it with fillers as well to make it, a bit fatter.
Are you talking about the third leg?
Yes.
Bola.
You mean the men are enhancing their third leg?
Yes, they are. Some are doing full-on surgery, but others are just using what's it called? Fillers.
Okay, now if I have to be honest with you, those men that are enhancing it, are they white or black?
They are mixed. I've seen black men do it. I've heard of on the internet. I don't know them personally.
Now, I'm not trying to do brotherhood here. If a man have to go and enhance his third leg, some men do have some disadvantages when they were created. Like the third leg is really, really terrible.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we got to be honest. Hey, Sister Oluremi, how you doing, Mama?
Disadvantage is so unfair. Can we have a deal that Chucky needs to leave me alone? Can we actually have a deal?
Why would Chucky leave you alone?
Because I can't say anything without him having something to say.
Because you are Gen Z. Are you not saying something without me not having something to say? If on this show now, you introduce me to men doing BBL. In this same show now, you introduce me to men who are adding more to their third leg.
I'm going to go on holiday so that you can miss me. That's what's going to happen. I'm going on holiday for like 2 weeks. When I come back, you will now treat me better.
So, frankly speaking, Abby, for those men who really want to like add to their meat, is their own choice. But I do know that there are some men that it's really crazy. They know, I don't know. Did you know some of these?
I don't know anybody personally, but we see it on the internet. Like I said, I just dropped one on the backstage. But Uncle Ben, I have to be very honest and say that must be very tough to live with, though. If he's very, very small. I think the way we need to be fair to men, if women can enhance, can reduce, can do whatever they can, I feel like, because even if you think about it from a cosmetics, so from a fashion standpoint as well, not necessarily cosmetic, we have all sorts of bum pads, we have padded bras, we have the silicone thing you can use to lift up your boobs. I feel like women, we have options and men don't. And I cannot imagine having like a very, very tiny bola I can imagine you feeling really insecure about if you can satisfy your woman. Because yes, we talk about it all the time about how you can introduce toys. We talk about other methods like oral and all that. But Uncle Ben, you must be very worried as a man that you're not satisfying your woman if it's really, really small.
That's why you should marry a virgin.
Even virgin, so since you know we're hearing stories, we're seeing stories on the internet
Joking.
where 5 years later, virgin will open eye and be like, nah, this cannot be my
Me,
life.
I support. If you want to enlarge, enlarge.
But
As
I
long as
feel
it's
like we need to
working,
be fair to the
nothing wrong
men,
with
and
it.
they need to enlarge as well if they can, if it's possible, without it ruining any issues, like not without it causing any issues down there. Let's not go and you are enlarged now and then you can't get it up. What's the point? So
Exactly.
as long
Okay.
as it doesn't cause any issues, let's be fair to the men. Uncle Ben, just imagine as a man, imagine it. It must be very, very sad to
To
be in
not
that.
have big bola.
No, not big. Like I'm not saying big.
If you have
Uncle Ben,
if you have a small one that
imagine
makes
your
you
little
insecure,
finger. Imagine Bola being like little finger.
That
whose
can be
little finger? Abi?
possible.
Your little finger or my little
Uncle
finger?
Ben is very, very possible. Are you know on the internet? What do you mean it's not possible? There are men that have my own finger, my own hands are even small. I have small hands. There are men that have like my own little finger. Are we not seeing them on internet? Don't you watch
I've not seen them, Abby. I don't know
No,
which part of the internet you're on. You need to
There's
come off
one
X.
doctor show. No. It's not about seeing it outrightly. There's a show that was popular on one of these channels. You know, like that show where they do 500
Watch
pounds.
bodies.
All those shows.
I'm
You
coming.
know, shows where doctors talk about this stuff.
Both of you, we let them fire me for work. I gotta go. You guys will continue. I will join you back.
No, we can't. I have an engineer coming.
Sister Oluremi, she said, please be careful. So many women have died from liposuction. My kid sister was one of them. We're so sorry to hear that, my sister.
Sorry.
We're really, really so
It's an
sorry.
actual issue. So sorry, sis. Oh,
Those surgeries can be really, really scary at times.
okay,
Thank
this
you
is my
for
biggest
sharing
fear.
that.
My biggest fear is the two of my biggest fears in life are when they say, God forbid, waiting by am. She go to BBL or she go Brazil, go jump off cliff. Like
Bungee jumping.
I pass from enjoyment or I pass from something that could be avoidable.
Yeah.
That's what my biggest fear.
So shout out to everybody. Please, you are free to join this conversation, but if you want to join the conversation, we need enlightenment and education. It's not, I know usually we would have do boost or joke about these things, but I know this is a big deal now. It's an epidemic in Nigeria. Many of them are doing all these surgeries without really knowing what they are getting themselves into. So for me, I will encourage our women, please, be confident in yourself. You are beautiful as you are. Your man will find you. I've seen Lepa, woman that is very skinny, get married and enjoy her marriage. I've seen women that are really, really big getting married and enjoy their marriage. Be contented with what you have. Unless it is absolutely necessary, please do not go for these surgeries. And especially BBL. BBL is disgusting, to be frank. Forget what social media is trying to paint out there, what people are trying to show you guys. BBL is disgusting. Many of them will not admit it. It's very, very disgusting. Many of them, all of them might not be smelling, but I know majority of them are smelling. You know why I know? Imagine a woman who has very, very poor hygiene before BBL. Just think about that for a minute. I learned a lot. I learned a lot from. I don't know. I'm not saying that, but I've learned a lot from many of my sisters and including nurses that I've worked with. They share many of these experiences, and that is how we get to know what's up. You know, like some of them say, look, as a woman, it is mandatory you are supposed to shower twice a day, even without BBL. That's what some of them told me. Mandatorily, you shower at least twice a day. Some of them they taught us about how female handle their hygiene, that you guys know how you take care of yourself. Special caring for yourself without BBL first, which is typically even stressful, except when you have practiced it over time and it naturally become part of your daily routine. Now imagine a girl that is even so freaky lazy that to even get out of bed now wahala. A girl that when she's in the shower, to even wash herself properly the way women supposed to wash themselves is stressful. Now imagine that type of girl without BBL first. What happened when men get under her? You all know what I'm talking about. Now imagine that same girl now with BBL. So that's how I knew many of these BBL shit is thinking. Not all of them, like we said, but if it take that much dedication and some level of expertise for women to take care of themselves without BBL, for them to smell good, to be okay. Now imagine in this era of lazy young folk ladies all over the places now. Some of them you can tell. You don't even need to get on that. When you look at some women, just look, especially those ones where they wear clothes, where they get all this rope for neck or something. Just look under their armpit. You can tell how clean they are. I'm sorry, it is what it is. Just look. You don't need any soothsayer.
What's under their armpit?
I'm not, Sissy, you can't get me in trouble. It's not gonna work today. Nothing. I'm just
Okay,
saying.
Uncle Ben,
I
look
said,
at
what's
this
under their
comment.
armpit?
Uncle Ben, look at this
Ladies,
comment. So true.
let's remember
Guys,
Mrs. Stella OBJ and others who paid the ultimate price. God
Who's
bless
that?
you, Y2K. Thank you.
Stella
All
is
right,
one
I'll
of
join you
our
ladies.
first ladies.
Shall we call it a day, or I should just carry my kaya they go my join
Call it a
Una?
day.
We'll call it a day in a bit because I have to go at like in 30 minutes. But you can be
Call
going.
it a day.
All right, thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Uncle Ben.
You
Doopsy
won't be
Hut,
missed.
how are you doing? I'm not scattered. You say you be scattered the table. I'm not scattered the table. I beg go make anybody no come for me. I'm just appealing to you ladies new. All right, I'll see you ladies. Thank you, everybody. I'll join you back in a bit.
All right, bye.
Yeah.
So Sisi, Stella is our is one of our past president. Have you heard of Obasanjo?
Yeah.
Okay, that was his wife. And she was like, let me see if I can find her picture. She was like
I'm just looking at her now.
she was like a fashion babe. She was light skin, all of that stuff. So she went for what do you call it? She went for tummy taco, and that's how she
No,
passed.
really?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
currently, yeah, she was known as like a fashion babe, in a sense.
At 59? Why is she doing cosmetic surgery at 59?
Because I'm saying that's why I said that fashion babe, whatever, for you to understand that she likes those kind of things,
Oh,
See her.
wow.
Do we really see first ladies that dress like this? And this was like back in the day. I was pretty young. And I remember I used to do, how like my dad was in the military, right? Like I don't know what they call them. Maybe D knows the name. I used to do like flower girl for certain things. Like when an important person is coming to visit an organization and you give them flowers. I used to do that as well when I was young. And I have lots of pictures giving her, presenting flowers to her when she would come to like the Air Force base and stuff. But yeah, that's Stella Obasanjo.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm reading it on
See,
online.
surgeon jailed, blah blah blah. Yeah, I didn't know this
Wow.
surgeon was jailed because I was quite young anyway. But
No,
anyway,
this is negligence. Crazy. Yeah,
that's
it's not
it.
worth it.
Stop sharing screen. Anyway, what are we talking about next?
Are we not having callers? Do you drop
They
the
don't want to. We've been dropping link.
Oh, nobody's contributing today. Guys, what happened?
Seems like it because we've been dropping the link for the most part.
So what are your takeaways so that we can wrap up?
My takeaways, I can't tell anybody not to do BBL if that's what makes you happy. But just make sure you're doing it's true now. I can't. Just make sure you're doing it with the right doctor. Like we said, even if you have good surgeons and cosmetic surgeons in Nigeria, understand that we also don't have emergency healthcare. If there's any issues, you're on your own. However, in my own experience, the two that I know that are really expensive, they also do their due diligence. In fact, there's one that you have to get admitted for 1 week because he needs to do 1 week worth of tests and stuff, and that is why he's 20K, because that 20K includes you having accommodation for you to be staying with him for that long, right?
Yeah.
And then you have to make sure that you don't just have money for a little bit, you have money for aftercare, you have money for mishaps, you have money. You can't just say I have small £3,000 now I want to do BPL. You need way more, you need extra for your what's it called, post-op care
Post-op
and
care.
all of that stuff. So that's my takeaway, really. But again, another thing I want to say is that I don't understand why you're 22 and doing your BBL and doing your lips. See, another problem we have, an epidemic in the Black community with Black women, is lip fillers.
I'm tired. I
Lip
hate that
fillers
thing with
and
a
extremely
passion.
stiff face. If we don't smile, because Botox, and what's the other one? Fillers on your face. You people cannot smile. What
Yeah,
happened?
no, I'm not here for this European. I don't even know what it is. Black girls having lip fillers. I'm just like, why? Okay, there's some girls who, I mean, very, very few. They have very small lips, but I've seen girls with full lips still getting lip fillers. I'm just like, why? Why are
They
we
said
doing
it's
this
the
to
shape.
ourselves?
They said it's the shape. That is a different
No,
shape. You know, again, Sissy, in line what we're saying yesterday, trendy, right? That duck
this is
lip
the
shape,
problem. Yeah,
that
no,
duck lip shape has become trendy. So
I
it's not
don't
that they
like
don't
it.
have full lips, it's that they want it to be duck, that duck lip thing. It's a trendy thing, right?
Yeah.
So you have to be, I don't know. I think it's just important to love yourself. I know that
Yeah,
for me, what I used to do for the most part is focus on the features that I really, really like.
exactly.
I don't feel like it's fair for me to use myself as an example, because what if I'm lucky with most things? Some people may not be, right?
Yeah.
So I just feel like what I used to do, the things I did not like, I just never focused on. I found things that I liked, if that makes sense. And then I also started to invest in self-care in a way that made me feel good. So for instance, I would invest in like things like facials, just things that made me feel good, rather than the money you used to go and do lips or whatever. Or
Yeah.
maybe you should focus on how you eat, the sort of supplements, if you need any, gym, just little lifestyle
Just
changes
invest
here
in
and there might
yourself.
make you
Yeah,
feel more
I agree.
beautiful or
I
more
agree.
pretty. Go to the spa, make sure you're getting your facials done, I don't know, once a month, however you can afford it. Obviously, that's unnecessary financial pressure. But I'm just saying that all those little things add up, rather than going and spending £20,000. Go to the gym, do what you can,
And
eat well.
sometimes it's just about investing in changing your fashion. You know, sometimes when you have a certain, learn to dress for your body type. How I say, like a lot of us, we follow trends, right? There are some
Mm,
things that you, Abby, you might wear. I will run along and say, oh, I saw that thing on Abby. Let me also go and buy it. I'll go and buy the same thing. It doesn't fit me the same, right? Because our body types are completely different. Our height is completely different. Do you understand? So
mm.
sometimes don't just follow trends. Try and find outfits and find looks that actually work for your body, dress for your body type. Because sometimes I feel like when we do all this following fashion, fashion doesn't work for everybody. You need to pick and choose, pick what works for this person. When we all try to put ourselves in a box with fashion, oh, everybody's wearing A-line skirts. You're like a, I don't know, what do they call the body types? A P shape or an apple shape. A-line skirts will not look good on you. So no matter what you do, it will highlight the things that maybe don't look as good. Maybe it will accentuate maybe your ass is even flatter. But if you buy something that maybe is a puff, you know, the pom-pom skirts, the puffy ones, it gives you a nice silhouette, it gives you clean lines, it will make those areas that you think look bad, they won't even be that visible. I think sometimes a lot of us, a lot of women, we just don't know how to dress. We follow fashion, wearing all these Fashion Nova clothes. All these Fashion Nova clothes is trash to me personally. Sorry if you shop on Fashion Nova. But the quality, the material is for all these BBL girls. You don't have a BBL body. Why are you wearing clothes from Fashion Nova? Do you
Absolutely.
understand? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
They've made the clothes for women with a certain body type. You're forcing your
They're
body into
models.
that.
Yeah. They're
You're, of
models.
course, you're gonna be stressed. You're gonna be upset because your body type will never look good in those clothes. So you'll buy the clothes from Fashion Nova. You put the clothes onto your straight line body, and you'll be crying. Oh, I need to do BBL. No, you need to change where you buy your clothes from and buy clothes that actually suit your body type. There are lots of women
Absolutely.
with tall, supermodel body, long legs. They can wear certain clothes from certain places. We can't all shop from the same places. all of
But
these.
also, Sissy, as someone who is very into fashion, that's a whole different conversation. Because one of the things that we're going through right now in the fashion industry is we don't have enough variety, especially in at least I can speak for the UK, where else is there to shop from if you're not spending £300? It's actually becoming a problem. We've spoken about this so many times where from when they shut down stores like Topshop, we're left with only ASOS. We're left with a lot of these American brands in quotes, like or these Chinese brands as well. I'm someone who I don't want to get into this because this is murky waters, but maybe I can find a way to incorporate it with the show that I'm doing on Ben,
Uncle Ben,
which has not yet been
finalized.
but I'm one of those people that I am against Shein.
I was just gonna say fast fashion,
I'm
avoid.
against AliExpress. I'm against a lot of brands. But the reason why it's murky water is because some people would really argue back that that is what they can afford. However, in my own opinion, as someone who is very heavily into fashion, I've realized that it might not be what you can afford. The reason why I'm saying that is because a lot of times, a lot of people find themselves buying the same thing over and over again. So for every time you want to go out, you're buying something new. For every time you want to do something, you're buying something new. So actually, in a month, you're spending so much on clothes that you don't need when you should actually focus on. You're not an influencer that needs to change your clothes for every single picture. So there's no reason for you to not build a proper wardrobe
Like a
with good
capsule
quality
wardrobe with
stuff,
good pieces, yeah.
right? And then you can reuse your pieces, rewear your pieces, but you've actually invested in it. But you're buying 500 things, and this is one of my pet peeves. You're buying 500 things from Shein because you think you're buying it for £5. £5 times 500 is how much?
Yeah,
Right?
it's true.
So
It's true.
for me, that whole fashion talk is a bigger topic because we don't have that many quality stores on the high street anymore. We're literally at this point left with Zara in the UK. We're left with Zara, H&M, and what? I don't
We
count
have
Primark.
costs. Is that
Well,
expensive?
cost is not cheap.
But it's good quality. Mango.
You're not understanding my point.
Mango.
See,
What about mango?
every time you go to Mango and Zara, at this point, it's not 49.99, 59.99, 69.99, 79.99. When was the last time
I
you
can't
saw
help.
any
I'm trying
solid
to think
thing
of
that was not a
Reese.
t-shirt? Reese and Cos are they're mid-range high street CC. They are not £50. By the time you go to Cos and come out,
listen, sometimes you have to pay for quality, okay? If
no,
you're
but
not
we're
gonna
saying
do,
the same thing that
yeah.
I don't mind. I even wear extremely expensive stuff. It's not me. It is the fact that most of the time when we have this conversation, the pushback is they can't afford it, CC. People cannot
Yeah.
gonna be buying £90 jeans from Cause.
But then fair enough, even if you buy things from, Primark, or even if you're doing your Shein, right? Try and invest in capsule items, like a good shirt, like a white shirt, pants, trousers, things that you can wear multiple times with different outfits, not things that are just based on trends. Because
A lot
things
of
that are
people do
based on
that.
trends fall out of trend, and especially when they don't fit a certain body type, you're just putting yourself in a hole. It's like me, if I'm gonna follow fashion that is always button all these slip dresses. I can't wear slip. You know the thing that they posted in the backstage, the chemise or whatever it was, all
Yeah.
those negligee looking out. I can't wear those type of things. Is it because it's just there on fashion? I'm gonna force myself to go and buy it. No, I'm gonna buy things that fit my body, not following fashion. Do you understand? So I feel like you can make things work within your budget. I think a lot of people are just not educated in terms of
I mean, I
what
have
works for
bigger
their body.
issues though. Sisi, you're talking about me. I have bigger issues with Shein and them law. And again, the pushback is often a case of, oh, but Zara is not that better. Let's be serious here, right? Yeah, Zara is also fast fashion, but it's a comparison. It's like Shein. First of all, you have to consider child labor. You have to consider terrible practices. You have to consider what very, very extremely bad material, the dyes. People are wearing Shein, black, whatever. And when they take off the clothes, their body is black. The dye has transferred on your body. That's how bad Shein is, right? So I have a problem with their practices where they're putting out 400,000 pieces per day based off of their nonsense factory policies versus Zara that is doing 100 per day. There's no comparison there.
Yeah, I love
But
what Dee's saying. Highlight
social
Dee's
media
comment.
people would like to fight about that stuff. And me, I don't like to have that topic because I've had it before. But what you end up being tagged as classist because you can afford certain things. Meanwhile, a lot of
Listen,
times it's not an affordability thing, it's sometimes a mentality thing.
yeah,
You're better off buying 4 things from H&M than buying 100 from Shein. I promise you. But
yeah.
again, like I said, that's a topic that I would find a way to touch on with you.
And also, like what Dee's just said, you know, people need to invest more in their individual styles as opposed to following fast trends. I love this. I love when I see women that have their own style. They're not follow. I mean, you can wear trendy pieces, but make it your own. Like I said, I see too many black women in certain circles. When I go out, everybody looks the same. It is so boring. Everybody looks the same. You're wearing the same weave. You're wearing the same Van Cleef bracelet. You're wearing the same necklace. You're wearing the same, carrying the same Birkin bag. You're carrying the same cosmetic bag, like a handbag. It's just okay. What is the fashion? I don't understand the fashion.
I was
of this
watching.
generation
I think I'm
anymore.
going to try and find that video. I was watching a guy. His name is Yinka, and he's the owner of Ashlocks. His name is Yinka Ashobogo and Ashobong or something like that. He's the owner of Ashlocks, which is Ashlocks is a luxury store. So basically, Ashlocks is like Selfridges.
Mm-hmm.
So we have it's like Selfridges of Nigeria. So we have Polo Avenue. So Polo Avenue is like Harrods, and then Ashlocks is like Selfridges. We don't have that many of those sort of stores. But Ashlocks also does their own brand. So they do Ashlocks branded stuff as well, right? And then they also have Louis Vuitton and Yves Saint Laurent and them lots in their store as well.
Yeah.
And the owner, Yinka, was talking about it today. It's funny that I saw this video today where he said he's so tired of people not having personal style. However, he also mentioned, which I would also mention, that I think is a bigger picture. It's not just about not having personal style. It's the fact that, just like what we spoke about yesterday with trends and all, if you're, for instance, me, let me use myself as an example. I used to be a fashion content creator, right? And one of the things that I used to do, I used to get sent clothes of clothes. I'm one of those ones that gets like a big bag from ASOS and a big bag from Pretty Little Thing and stuff. Let me tell you one thing that I decided I didn't want to do. I decided that I did not want to be an influencer for Fashion Nova and Pretty Little Thing. For me, I thought like, and I'm saying this because that's another reason why I stopped being an influencer. It became a thing where I felt like I was forced to sell something to my audience that I did not really believe in. I remember going when you would get the link. So how it works is that you would get the link to go pick what you want. And there are times, Sissy, where I would struggle because I did not like anything genuinely on the site. I would not like anything, but you're forced to pick this top or this skirt or whatever. And then as a fashion content creator, one of your jobs, right, is you also have to be trendy. You kind of have to stick to the trends because that's what people are expecting of you. People are expecting you to style these barrel leg pants. People are in your own way. People are expecting you to style this puffy hem skirt or shorts or whatever in your own way. It becomes an expectation of the audience. It's no longer about you. It's work, right? So there's expectations from people that you're working for, in a sense. So it's a very long conversation when it comes to personal style. There are very few niche content creators or people that is their own thing, where in fact even you as a normal person who has a very basic or plain Jane style, you'll be annoyed at what they're wearing because it is so out there, but it is their personal style. Do you know what I mean? So it's not that these conversations are not that straightforward. There's so many complications to the reason why things are the way they are. The next thing now, you're having fashion week. We've been having fashion week. We kicked out with New York Fashion Week, right? What happened? All of these brands are going to feed you. Is that you?
No, it's Kendrick. Sorry.
All right. All of these brands are going to feed you with what they believe is meant to be on trend next season. How do we know now that the colors for autumn are orange, yellow, and purple? Who made it? Right? Vogue will start choking you with these colors. These are the summer color. You too, you're a fashion enthusiast. Why would you not go and buy purple coats? So it's just all conditioning, unfortunately, and it's not that easy to just accept your, I guess, just again, in a sense, normal person that has a specific style. It's very difficult to not get influenced because every corner, there's a reason you walk past Zara and their whole front storefront is certain things. It's been inspired, and then when you go to the higher luxury stores, they're doing similar stuff, just more expensive stuff. There's people that set these rules and we have to follow the rules in a sense. We don't have to, but we kind of follow the rules. It's all some sort of conditioning, unfortunately. So
I agree. But like you said, self-care, I mean, body positivity, I think for me, there was a period, I'm not gonna lie, there was a period where I was like, you know what, I really want to get a 360 lipo. But that, and my daughter was like, Mom, because I'd been researching, I'd found like a doctor, actually in Turkey, right?
Yeah.
Big mistake. But I'm just saying, it's not
Why?
that Turkey's bad. People have good surgeries and stuff like that. And I'd researched, they'd even contacted me, they were like, okay, send the deposit, all this kind of thing so that I can, go out there. And I just had this feeling like my daughter, and I'm open with my daughter, and I told her, I said, look, I really want to go and get this surgery. I want to do lipo, right? Because there's some pockets of fat that's just annoying. And to be fair, my daughter was like, Mom, have you even gone to the gym to try and get rid of this thing? You're looking for a quick fix, but you've not actually exhausted all the possible avenues, right, to lose this fat that you're trying to run and do surgery for, which is true. A lot of the time, we're looking for quick fixes.
Yeah.
When those quick fixes, and my daughter was like, Mom, if anything happened to you, what would I do? Literally. Like, and she's like, she said something to me. She's like, if she's like, I'll be so angry if you go to get surgery and something happens to you, like, and you pass away, just know that I'll never forgive you. I will never forgive you. Do you understand? So that really was a wake up for me. It was like, you know what? It's really true. Why am I trying to go to book £3,000 to go do surgery? I can easily just buy membership, maybe get a personal trainer, really focus and zone in. For 6 weeks, my daughter was like, be consistent in the gym. I hate gym, to be fair, right? And after COVID, I'd added weight, working from home, all these type of things. But had I actually gone to the gym, was I actually eating right? No. And I was home now, fully remote. I was not working in the city, like doing that commute. So yeah, the weight is piled on, but I haven't gone to the gym. I haven't really worked on my weight. I've just said, oh, I'm seeing girls doing BBL and lipo. Me too. Let me go and do lipo, quick fix. And God forbid something happens to me, like somebody said in the comments, their sister passed away. I don't think I could live with myself that I went to do surgery and left my kids without a mother because of surgery, because of lipo. I said no, it can never be me. And I always have this feeling like that thing that's gonna happen is gonna be me that it will happen to.
Also,
right?
Susie, I don't know if you heard what I said. How one of my biggest fears is that they'll say that it's BBL that made me, or enjoyment. As in, I just went to enjoy one holiday because I went to do one
it's not worth it.
Yeah, activity. How like it must be so sad. Oh, what happened?
Yeah, no, it's not worth it. I think sometimes let's just hone in, do I know there are women who actually, they've been gym, they've eaten, they've lost weight. Like, these women that are more like very, very big, like 300 pounds, then they've lost weight, they have all this loose skin, they have, my dear, go and get that surgery and tighten your body so that you look like the work that you put in, you deserve to be in that body. But because of how your body has stretched and everything, it's not possible that gym is going to fix it, right? It's even caused more of a problem with the loose skin, all of that thing. Go and get the surgery, right? There's a girl on YouTube who I follow. I think her name is Zogi. She was really, really big. And she went and did like skin removal. Over the years, she's lost like loads of weight. And she's come back, and if you see her before and you see her now, I'm like, girl, you did the thing. She did surgery,
I've seen one of the videos on the backstage of
and
that.
I don't blame people like that, but I feel like when it's something that is just laziness, which is what mine was, pure laziness. I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to work out. I just want a quick fix. Sometimes it's really not worth it. I think your life is more important. If you really just do the work, I mean, changing a bad habit, they say it takes 21 days. If you lock in, eat right, do what you have to do.
21 days, you'll be good.
21 days, just 21 days over taking a gamble with your life, sitting on a table in a country that you don't even know what these people are talking about. You don't know what could happen to you. And then you end up dying in a country and leave your children and your family because you went to do BBL or whatever. When I was in uni, this girl passed away. She had gone to DR then, and she passed away. Her family did not know anything. Like, she had just gone to uni. She was, living her uni life. And then her and her friend decided, oh, we're going to go and do BBL. This was I was in uni almost like 15 years ago, right? They went to DR, and The friend was fine. The girl passed away on the table. Her family did not even know that she had traveled. Her family did not even know that she had left the country to go to Dominica Republic to do BBL one. And they were just called to say, your child has passed away. You need to come and collect the body. I mean, how devastating would me as a parent, God
That
forbid my daughter did something like it would be devastating.
will
A
be.
20-year-old girl gone. So come on, guys, let's just put the work in. And some of these things are not that important. Like for me, I say all these trending body types and aesthetics, they're the worst. They're the worst. It's not worth losing your life just for, today, 2025, BBL is raining. Then next year it will be a different body type. I mean, are you gonna keep on doing surgery to keep up with all the aesthetics? No, you're not. So let's
Yeah,
just be
let's
mindful.
quickly read some comments and maybe we
Yeah,
can
go for
end.
it.
Mrs. M Jones says, D, some of them don't have a sense of self. So they wouldn't even know their personal style. That's why they follow.
True.
Yeah, I think it's a personal conversation. Rimojo said, wait, what's wrong with Shane? I'm happy to be hourglass. Well, at least I used to be before losing so much weight. I think I was replying to Chucky saying, Chucky, the issue is not their actual clothes, but the quality. There are people who have gotten sick, dye transfer on the body, poor practices, etc. That's to answer the question about Shein. Chucky says, go to the gym is a form of distressing than be a pain for quick than being in pain for quick results. Cool.
True.
Roger says, as Missy says, yes, the quality isn't great, but it's affordable fashion. I fell into it because I was a single mom of 3. I could afford from Fashion Nova and Shein. See, this is what I said. And you can't be mad at people if that's their pushback. That's his. Do you understand? So it's a very broad and tough conversation to have. I remember a black girl in my uni who used to tan by using sunbeds. Imagine my face when she proudly announced it. I
I'm like,
actually used tanning.
I
I used
use some
tanning.
not sunbeds. I get the spray tan when I'm going
Yeah,
on holiday.
I use it, especially when I'm going on holiday. The glow is insane, and I use it.
Mm.
I think here in the US, most of us are focused on trying to make sure we pay our mortgage than to spend money on clothing. I think it's all over the place. But like I said, it's a very broad conversation. And the conversation is not for everybody because it often doesn't land well. Because most of the time, when people are trying to explain about practices, and as someone who, Cece, I don't know if you ever went through this phase. So I went through this phase where I started to get into luxury as early as 18. One of my uni bags at the time was gifted to me by my parents. It was a Louis Vuitton Never Full. So I've
Mm.
always been in that space based off of the
Mm.
women that I have in my household, in my family, and all. So to me, is a bit of a bigger is I have a bigger picture or a deeper understanding of that life. However, Sissy, I remember that I used to feel like I was really saving money by going to Primark, and I would go to Primark. And by the time you get to the till, it's £300. And you're looking at your bag, like, what did I even buy? And that's what I found a lot of times about fashion, where it's very easy to go to a store and spend 300 and 400 pounds,
It's
but you
true.
can't really see what you have
What you
spent
spend,
on
yeah.
because every time it's looking like it's just £10, £10 per piece, £10 per piece, but it's actually a lot of money. And I
But
found
then
that
you'll wash it and it'll start bubbling and you'll go back again the next week to replace those things. So it's
so if
it's
you're
it's
someone that is into money management or points where you actually write things down, you use what you call it, you use apps that help you, you would see that you're not saving that much money or not buying
yeah.
high quality stuff. And also if you're someone who is into fast fashion because you want to have many stuff, you're going to fall into this as well. But if you think about it as actually having amazing things and not that many things and not just hoarding, then I think you're better off, looking
Um,
at better options for high street. Like even Sissy said, we have the options of
yeah,
really,
like to be
you have
honest,
stores.
I'm not a designer. Like to me, I can't justify it. I mean, I have other bills to pay, to be honest. It's not my priority anymore. I'd rather invest that money, do other things, but that's just me, right? I've got kids, I'm trying to put into my kids for the future. So my priority is not overspending on luxury clothing. Bags, shoes, here and there, yes. Gifting, please. So, but for me, I don't buy Shein, all this fast fashion. I'll rather spend the money on slightly higher price point clothing that I can wear at least. I know I have a jumper that I bought 2 years. It's good quality, right? And you wear it again. You're not going to be
The
buying
next
every 2
winter.
months. Do you
Exactly.
understand? So buy capsule pieces, good pieces that you can reuse. And yeah, when the certain trends come in and out, you can dip and dab, but it's not your main source
Yeah.
of clothing, right? So I think everybody can make it work within their budget. And like
Within
you
your
said,
budget,
this
yeah. This is
conversation
content,
in this
yeah.
current time, it will never go well because
It
people
never
it's
go well.
different.
It's a tough conversation. And
Is
also another thing is, for instance, I'll give you an example with like winter coats. I don't need to. There was a time when I used to buy winter coats every year because the last one for winter is done. But now I feel like I have a solid collection where it's going to work over and over again for different styles
yeah.
to work.
Yeah.
If I'm wearing casual outfits, because I just chose to invest and kept it moving. And I don't need to buy winter coats except I want to be silly. Like it's not a need, it's a want now because I just feel like I want to now go and buy
I don't
orange
even have winter coat anymore because
or
I drive
green
everywhere.
Sorry?
Because I drive, I don't even have winter coat again. To
Yeah,
be
but you
fair,
know what I mean? Like those kind of
yeah,
things are things that it would be nice to invest in and you know that you have it for years. And like I
yeah.
said, if you want to go and splurge and buy orange coats, ask yourself if you need an orange coat. Because that's what I find with a lot of people that just keep buying stuff. You're buying and I see this all the time. Do you really, really need a red bag? So why have you decided that you need to buy 20 bags from Zara as $59.99? Do you need a green bag? Do you need a blue bag? No, you want it. And then that's your justification for spending on less, less
Yeah.
stuff with less material. I don't know, but obviously, like I said, it's a whole thing. I have these conversations with my friends all the time. Just put your head down and just build. Anyway, don't knock Shein. It is what some people can afford. They just laid off as federal workers here, and they are trying to pay mortgage and feed their family, not spend a lot on clothing.
We're all saying the same thing, to be fair.
You wear it once and be done. Yep. There's a new station that actually compares Walmart and Target, buys a big name brand, and show how you can be affordable and be stylish. We're not really talking about affordability, but we're talking about practices as well.
But you can go TK Maxx. TK Maxx has all some
Exactly.
older branded whatever, or go to there are ways that you can still buy
People
high.
that go, how about charity stores? I know
Charity store.
people that's their
Listen, my
content.
mom. I grew up in High Street Kensington. In Kensington and Chelsea, and the high streets, the charity shops in High Street Kensington, which is my nearest one, you'll be finding amazing pieces. Okay, so don't knock it until you try
There's lots
it.
of people
Charity
that are
shops, the
very
place
good
to
at
be.
that whole charity store. In Nigeria, we call it okrika. What do we call it these days now? Sissy, there's a name for it.
Thrifting.
Thrifting. We call it thrifting.
Mhm.
So there's again, like I think it's just a mentality thing.
And
If
there are
you're
also events that you
interested,
can go to. You take your stuff. You do like swapping. I've not been to those, but I know that those are kind of like bigger than after COVID. That was quite big in certain areas. They do like it's kind of like thrifting, but you do swapping. You go, you
yeah,
take your clothes, you put them. Then other people. There are ways, right? But at the end of the day, all of this, like Abby said, the people and the forces behind those mass produced clothing like Shein and all these brands, really, when you look at the ethics behind how they're producing these clothes, we're not really doing the people that are working their service by buying things from these companies. That's the problem ethically, so
honestly, thrifting is one thing that I would highly recommend if you have patience. People like me, I don't have patience for things like
I
this.
don't have
But
patience either, to be fair.
I've seen people that really, I've seen vloggers that's what they do, and it just looks so enticing. But one of those people that I walk into a store, once I get stressed, I walk out. Like I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
So thrifting might not work for me. But even then, I bought some stuff, through thrifting for like quarter of the price. So I think again, it's a case of also changing mentality towards it if you want to. It's not by force. But that's why I said that often this conversation can be very problematic. It's not a conversation for everybody, but it's a matter of just being open-minded and take things in for what they are, and just realize that you're better off going thrifting. You're better off considering, even like when you go to H&M and then there's certain stuff that have better materials than others. Why not look at it? Another thing I always say is the influencers. Don't follow influencers because most of the time I'm no longer an influencer and I'm still on a lot of PR lists. I still get mails. I still get makeup. I still get perfume, I still get skincare. Do you know the number of things I do? I still get free stays. Yeah, I still get invited to restaurants to eat for free. So when you want to follow influencer lifestyle, a lot of their stuff is free. They're
It's
not paying
free.
for it.
Yeah.
So there's no need in following, going to go and buy an influencer come and tell you, I follow me, wanting to Zara, follow me, whatever. A lot of them finish doing their Zara hauls and they return all the clothes.
Yeah.
When they finish doing the videos for you, they return the clothes because the idea is just to show you. They don't need to keep the clothes. Other ones, they get sent the clothes for free. So those are the people that you're using to say they've shown you 20 pieces and you are going to Zara tomorrow to buy 15 out of the 20. But
And how do people feel? How do people feel about like places like so if I have like something that I want to buy and I don't want to, I know that I'm probably not going to wear it again. I use this site called Rotation. Where you can get like, you know, you can find clothing and it's like rented. You use it for the day, maybe for a photo shoot for your like your birthday.
I have my stuff on Rotation.
Or if you're going, if you're going somewhere, and there's another one called HURR.
Yeah,
those are like good sites. So if you have like, you know, you want to do like a dinner or you're having like a photo shoot for your birthday, there's a piece, and you know you're not going to wear this dress again. Why do you need to go and break your bank balance and break your back? Just use those. There's so much access now to certain things, and then you use it for the day, you send it back
and keep it
goes your
moving. Yeah,
uncle.
I have a lot of my luxury stuff, especially like specific stuff like clutches and all that. How many of these are you wearing every day? Because another thing that I do with styling is that part of the services that I offer is actually rental. Because a lot of brides don't really have a real need to buy
stuff. Yeah, like some of the pieces.
You're using for that your one wedding and keep it moving. So that's the one thing that I do, and I started to put my stuff on her and Rotation, to be honest, because
so people look into that. There are things out there, but I mean, all these things we see this to say, just it comes down to loving yourself and body positivity overall. I think that's the main thing. If we work on that,
absolutely,
the rest will fall into place. Definitely. I'll be my co-host.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to say. Just make slight lifestyle adjustments here and there. We're even talking about clothes, even things like we say this all the time. It's okay to dress up and go on your own solo dates. You know, we said this before. You don't have to always wait for, because some people are talking from perspective of being married. Not everybody's married.
You know me, I can't do solo. I can't. I don't know. Like that, I need to get into. I'm not really a fan of those things.
You're overthinking solo dates. Let me give you an example.
Maybe I'm overthinking it, but my friend does it a lot, and I'm just like, I would feel. I don't know. I'm not. I'm very confident, but I just don't. I feel like, why would I do that?
Yeah, just stay at home. Okay, so maybe because you're also in a relationship as well. But imagine a situation where solo dates, I think people overthink it. What I do, for instance, is that I measure it in a way where I go out. So I'm going to run an errand, right? Let's say I'm going shopping, or I need to return a couple of things. So what I do now, instead of, let's say I want to go to return things at maybe Zara, for instance. Since you told me to go to my local Zara, I'll go to a Zara that I consider fun. So what I usually do is I go all the way to Oxford Circus, right? So I go all the way to Oxford Circus because for me, Oxford Circus is very, very neutral. I don't really like malls where there's multiple Zaras on that street. I can find myself on Tottenham Court Road, which has lots of options for restaurants and stuff. I can also find myself on the luxury side of things, which is New Bond Street, all by walking, right? And then when I finish doing that, if I feel like, okay, I'm not satisfied, I actually want to. By the way, there's also Selfridges on that same road. So you see, I have options. When I now finish, I can now decide that, okay, I'm not satisfied. I can easily make my way to Knightsbridge within 15 minutes. So that's how my brain works. So no, I'm not going to go to whatever in Northwest London. I'm going to go out of my way. And then what do? Now I'm going to give myself a treat and have really nice dinner. So for me, that is my solo date, but that is
that's your so the one that I see is like girls will be like, oh, I'm taking myself out for a date. They'll do their skincare. They'll dress up like they're going for a date.
Yeah,
book a restaurant. But yours is more, I'm running errands, I'm out already, then I stop to have something to eat by myself. I think that's different.
I think you're that's what I'm saying, because you overthink it. Where I do breakfast, I've done a breakfast date. You go If you go on my TikTok, you see a breakfast date, whatever. But what did I do? I did breakfast date. I said,
like that. That's okay. I do that, but sometimes
so that's a date. You're overthinking it.
I'm just going to eat breakfast because I feel like eating. I don't want to cook breakfast.
No, that's a date. If you're going by yourself and you look pretty and you say, okay, I'm going to do something else later. Covent Garden exactly did. That's what I go out of my way to do is what I call nicer places with much more to do. And then that's kind of how I do it. Sometimes I'll be measured where I go for Pilates, I do this, and then I'm going to go to some fancy coffee store. Like it's just again for me, these are ways that
that's more like just I'm already out. Let me just grab something to eat. That's different, Abby.
No, it's not different because I'm intentional about it. Where I'm not going to Costa. As in, I'm intentional where I'm going to. Do you understand? A proper whatever where it's like, so it's different. It's not I'm on my way, I'll just pick up coffee. No, I plan it in a way where I'm going to wear something really nice for Pilates, right? And then I'm going to go to a very nice affluent coffee shop or juice bar. So I don't go to random Costa or random Cafe Nero. No. So it's very intentional. That's why I say it's a mind thing because you actually want to feel better. So that's why it's different. As I say, you're overthinking it where if you make slight adjustments to make it more special, it would feel like a date.
Yeah. I said next year I'm going to do a solo trip. Solo trip? No, it's not a bit of me. But I'm going to try and come out of my comfort zone. I'll try and do that next year.
You see, I feel like we're giving them TSC content. This sort of thing we should be talking about on TSC. Uncle Ben.
Exactly. But yeah, I'm gonna try and push my, put myself out there. Do the solo trip. To me, I can't think of anything worse than traveling by myself. I hate it.
That one I'm not doing it. Sorry.
I hate it, but I'm gonna try like it. Maybe not abroad. Maybe I'll go like somewhere.
Besides the work trips that I do because for me, I'm not going to lie. I feel like I'm going to cry most of my trip out of loneliness.
That's like me. I don't like it.
After spending £2,000, you're going to go and spend £2,000 to cry
by yourself.
No.
Yeah, no.
I'm not doing it.
But I see people do it, and I'm just like, oh my god, I really need to try and do that. Just do something that's uncomfortable. I'm gonna try next year. Let's see.
I'm so scared as well. I feel like I'm so
like safety
about myself. I'm not even trying to be funny. Uncle Ben, he's supposed to come back. Uncle Ben, I just abandoned us and run away. Can you see? Usually he connects and then comes back. Hi, Missy.
Hi, Missy.
Hello.
Yay, somebody finally called. What have you got to contribute, sis?
Oh, I'm hearing double.
Let me mute my mic.
Go ahead, sis.
Okay, I had to come on just real quick. I'm at work, so I was just like, okay, let me sneak out really quick. First of all, hello, fam. How is everyone doing today?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Thank you.
I'm good today. Thank you for asking. I just wanted to jump on real quick because I'm hearing everything you all are talking about fashion and buying from Shein and Fashion Nova. But the audience that I try to reach are, I have a passion for single parents because being a single parent of 3, where I had pretty much deadbeat dads that did not contribute, and I'm a first generation college student in my family. First of all,
I can't hear you, unfortunately.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, better now.
Okay, I don't know how much you heard, so I'll just say it again. So I'm chiming in on the conversation about purchasing from Shein and Fashion Nova and all those fast fashion spaces. The reason why I came on is because my target audience is that of, I have a heart for single parents because myself was a single parent for 3, a single parent of 3 for most of their lives. And it was very difficult because I had, unfortunately, deadbeat dads that did not contribute. And in addition, my background is I'm a first generation college student from my family. So I didn't come from a background of family who, was well off. So I have built myself where I am today. So by doing that, though, I had to buy Shein and Fashion Nova and all of those to support me and my family because, kids, they want new clothes. School starts, it's time for everyone to go buy new clothes. Well, I could go to with some of these, more costly stores and get them, like you said, 1 or 2 things, 3 things each, or I could buy them a week of clothes or 2 weeks of clothes from Shein and Fashion Nova. And for me, for my kids that I already felt and of course, this is just how I felt. I put them at a disadvantage because I was no longer with their dads. They were in a single parent household. I feel different about that now, but at that time, that's what I felt. And I wanted them to at least not feel like they didn't have. Because even today, my daughter says she didn't even know how much I struggled because I just made my finances work for what we needed for our home in that season of our life. And it was Sheen, it was Fashion Nova, it was Walmart, it was Target. Those were the places that, supported my family during that time.
Let me see.
Yes,
Okay, I just want to make sure that you're done, or you landed, or
yes,
you
yes.
we didn't lose you. Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I understand. It's not a conversation that is necessarily for everybody. And like I said in the beginning, that's generally the pushback. The pushback is based on is usually affordability. That's what we can afford. Like I said, I totally get that. And I've been there myself. I've just come to a point where I just realized that I ended up spending way more money um over the year than not. But again, I've also come to a place where I'm more into sustainable stuff and all of that. And I just realized that I would rather buy 4 things than buy 10 things, if that makes sense. So it just
Yes, it makes a lot of sense.
it's a journey, to be fair, as well.
And I agree too about sustainable fashion because even my daughter, she's actually going to school for fashion right now, and she's going into a lot of the sustainable fashion, and also me as a scientist, I believe in keeping things out of our landfill. I believe in repurposing items. I believe in all of that. So I'm on both sides. I do agree. Like, we want to we want to lessen our carbon footprint, and we want to sustain, be in more of a sustainable, situation. We don't want clothes that you wear once and then throw it in the trash. I 100% agree. But at the same time, I just think that it depends on where you are in life at that moment. So now I'm in a place where I can, you know, reach those higher price points, and like you say, buy less. Because when you look, like you said, when you look in your closet and you have all of this, and you don't even wear most of it, it's just sitting there. It's just, and then before you know it, you can't even wear it anymore anyway. It's pointless. I get it, but it just depends on where you are in life at that time. That's what I believe.
Okay, thanks for that, sis. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
yeah, yeah, thanks for that, sis.
Thank
I'm
you,
going to
thank you.
drop the link again for anyone who is interested, or we can actually, or anyone that has anything to say. I think Uncle Ben is back.
Guess who's back? Back. Is he jumping in? I think he's. Has he got your same?
Yeah, he's
He
obsessed
changed
with
the.
the picture.
I know
Change
he
the
has to
picture. He
change
doesn't
the
want to change it. Why are you so obsessed with me? Sissy, I don't think anybody else is coming on. You can call it a
All right.
night.
That's a wrap then, Real Fam. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Abby, for co-hosting with me to the end. Thank you for all your points.
I have something to say.
Oh, what are you coming to say, Uncle Ben? Go for it.
When
Uncle Ben,
when
I'm actually just sending something in the backstage for you to see, for Brotherhood to see the manipulation that goes into managing bigger boobs. So educational purposes only.
at the backstage,
Yeah.
Abby will put us in trouble.
Not Abby, me.
Which Abby?
Okay, I will check it. I'll check it. But I heard you ladies while I was driving. I heard you lady talking about chain. Chain, is it that website where people buy clothes,
Shein.
right?
Shein.
Chain, is it what you call it? I call it chain, whatever you call it. I'm not a Chinese.
It's like
so
she in, like she's in. She
so
SHE in.
I'll rather do Temu than Sheen.
Temu. I've
Okay.
never bought anything
Temu,
from Temu.
Temu is even worse than Shein at this point, Uncle Ben. What are you
You
trying
said
to say?
Timu is worse than Shin?
Temu is worse than Shein. Yeah.
I know. I think it all depends on who you buy from. Yeah, that's what I say. I think I bought from Temu last year. I think one time I was thinking of buying clothing and shipping to Nigeria, so I went there to select a lot of men clothing and everything. And when they came in, some of them were really good, some of them were just trash, and all of that. But I guess the people I send them to, they appreciate it. So, but for me, I really, really don't judge people. If I no, not even judge. Let me just say I really don't bother about where people get their clothing. So far, if the clothes fit, if it looks nice on you. But when we talk about durability, that is where I think there is problem because most of those clothes, if you get to wash them once, they are gone. So, but I like the idea, just like Missy shared. I like the idea of okay, if you buy a couple of expensive one, then you have to buy some other one to augment it. So when I see people do that, it do make sense to me. But we as men, we don't buy clothing as much as you ladies. And then I also heard Abby spoke about Zara, and I think it's just to me it boils down to named brand at times. There are so many other clothing companies that actually they have good fabrics, good clothes, good design. Just because those names were not slapped on them, it just make it look as if this cloth is not a quality. And now that we're in an era whereby everybody just want to say I'm wearing designer, I'm wearing designer, I just laugh at times like okay, make una just the blow money anyhow. But now na gender na im get the most of the problem anyway, because your genders are the one who can just look at somebody and say, oh, this person is what this based on what they had on. And I guess maybe Gen Z men are equally into all of that. But as far as me I'm concerned, if it looks good on you, if you come with varieties of colors and all of that, I think it's great. But in all, I actually enjoyed that segment when Abby and Sisi were talking about how people can enhance their image when it comes to all this surgery and cosmetics and all of that, what people can do in order to get into better shape. Because like Abby and Sisi pointed out, a lot of women are lazy, and not just women, even men. A lot of people are lazy. There are some people now that just mere walking every day can actually give them great shape, but they just don't want to walk. They can't do it. They can't put in, even if it is 5,000 steps a day. So they would rather take the easy way out. Let me go and lay on the table and have the doctor cut me out and remove some stuff here and there. And again, I've also heard from people who, some of these ladies that share their videos on social media, that even when you have the surgery, you still have to be exercising in order to keep in shape. Is that
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah, because it's
Is
fat
that right?
transfer. Yes, Uncle Ben,
Okay.
because it is fat transfer, so you have to keep on exercising. That's why some
Okay.
people when they finish BBL, they get fat.
Yeah. And I remember when Real Worry Picking came out and shared her journey and how she was working out everything. Although that Real Worry Picking on, it looks good on her, but that drastic transformation, the thing shocked me. The one I really can't put my fingers on was that of Mercy Johnson, when all of a sudden she just became so slim and she said she was drinking slimmy tea. I almost wanted to say, show me where it did, make I go order 3 boxes of this slimmy tea. Until people started getting on her threads and they were like, Mercy, tell us what you do. But in all, I like all the points that you sisters raised. And I just want to conclude in my own opinion that we as Black people, let us appreciate ourselves. Let us minimize all this plastic surgery and all of that. You know, let's just appreciate each other. And this is where I like to talk to my fellow brotherhood that you need to compliment the women around you, compliment black sisters. I one time I know of some men who will go on Facebook and Instagram and be complimenting girls on their page. And sometimes I will ask, are you even complimenting your own madam where you keep for house the way you are complimenting all these girls? So I think if we praise our people more, if we appreciate them and accept them the way they are, we definitely going to have a better society. We may not fall into this temptation of let me go under the knife. So that's just like my own takeaway from today's show. And finally, nobody should go and reduce breast. I am against it 1000%. Unless you can convince us, brotherhood, why it needed to be reduced. I saw a couple of those boobs on, I think in Nigeria. There are a couple of girls in Nigeria that they were carrying extra, extra. Sometimes I wonder what really went down. How is that even possible? One guy explaining one time that maybe probably when those girls are beginning to have intimate relationship with men, the men were grabbing those things frequently. They were grabbing it, squeezing it, squeezing it. That is why the thing expand. But again, you ladies are the one who can say if that is true or not. But I tend to want to agree that maybe young girls
Okay,
should
that's
at
not
least
true.
talk to. That's not true.
No.
Grabbing Bobby cannot make Bobby big.
Some of those women, like those girls, there's a particular girl or a group of girls in the Nigerian, they have these like their boobs are ridiculously big. I think there's like a
They didn't
gene,
have
some
a
kind of,
group.
huh? They even
They
have a
didn't have
group,
a
yeah.
group.
I think it's just like a genetic thing. There's a slight mutation. I saw it on a web like a doctor saying something about there's like a gene or some kind of mutation. It's actually like an overgrown, I don't know what it is. It's something in your body that your pituitary glands or whatever, they're overgrown. This one is not just normal big boobs. This is like ridiculously big. So yeah, it's not because a guy's been grabbing her boobs and the boobs have grown. Come on.
CC,
Yeah.
that it can actually lead to okay, oh,
Where?
it can actually lead to it. Okay, I
Uh,
remember when we were younger growing up, there is this is it insect on ants? We call it cluso. I don't know what they call it in English. Maybe our Yoruba sisters can actually know it. We call it cluso. Back then when we were younger, at that age of puberty when girls started showing signs of puberty, like their breasts started showing. The theory back then was that if you catch that cluso and you place it on your nipples, both nipples, the boobs will be bigger. I've heard that before.
have
And
you seen
some
it work for somebody?
I don't know if it works, but I see some girls did it in the past. It's just like back then when we were younger and we were trying to have a beard. So they would tell us that if you use shaving stick to shave your chin, that you're gonna have beards, and it works for some people. They actually get to look more mature than the rest of us. So I think there are so many theories around that. But again, I've heard the complaint of ladies with big boobs complaining of back pain, which I think that is legit. But in all, I think women should have a conversation with their husband if their husband will support it for them to do the breast reduction. And again, you have to do your research so that at the end of the day, there is not going to be some side effect that might be devastating at the end of it all. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think breast reduction is a risk-free surgery. There should be you know, some things you have to be mindful of. Because I don't get it. When they do breast reduction, is that not them opening the breast and then cut out some of the tissues in there? Is that
Yeah.
not how they do it?
Yeah, and then
Eh,
they reshape. Then they have to move your nipple. So if you still want to breastfeed, sometimes you can't
eh?
breastfeed.
They will move nipples to where?
I'm not
Yeah,
even
of
trying to
course. They
yeah,
have to
but
reposition the nipple. So sometimes they need to. like I've seen the surgery because I've been thinking of going to do that. Not that it needs to be repositioned, but just that I want the smallness, right? I want a certain cup size. And sometimes, but obviously, I know if I have one more child or if I'm not having kids again, what do I need to breastfeed? I don't need the nipple like that, right? So sometimes, if you go and do these things before you've even had kids, just know that you may not be able to breastfeed anymore. They tell you that. That's one of the side of, and sometimes you can even just be numb. So that's why I say some of these things, are they really worth doing in the grand scheme of things? Not really. I like my sensitivity.
My own is that I don't think it's fair.
I don't want to lose that. Thank you.
I don't think it's fair to be saying this and that because there's no what at this point. What is not a risk?
Yeah, that's true.
At this
Yeah,
point in
but
life,
there's
what's
some
not a
things
risk?
that are more
Driving
of a
to
risk.
work is a risk. Driving everything is a risk at this point. Just living is a risk.
Yeah.
Okay,
But yeah,
but
but there's some
people,
things that we don't do just because, I mean, you can avoid certain things, right? Like we
Well, that's
said,
why
some of
I
these
don't
things.
want enjoyment or whatever to be the reason that
well,
I.
black sister should just take it easy, Sha. Please,
But like
Biko.
Uncle Ben said, if he's saying that men can pull your boobs, if you have small boobs, men can be pulling it for you and it'll be growing. My dear, go with that option. Why not?
Don't mind Uncle Ben. Do you know that I've been hearing these things since if you grow up in Nigeria, this they've been saying
So if your man has got a small one, just be pulling it, be
No,
putting weights, put
I'm
weights on
serious.
it.
It works. So,
Uncle
have
Ben,
you
I've
not seen some men when they grab your bobby and they suck it like if it's mango or
Uncle Ben,
And then
that
agbalumo?
what happens?
doesn't
And it
work.
grows.
It doesn't work. Nothing works. So all
It
the
works. So,
they should add Goya anointing oil to and be pulling the men with small bola as well. Maybe that
Yeah,
one.
exactly. That's what I said. They should be growing now.
you
And they're
guys have
going to
started. You guys have
Uncle
started
Ben. You're the one. We
whataboutism
were
now.
finishing our show. We were wrapping up nicely. You came to derail us.
I didn't derail it. I just have to speak my mind. I have to protect my brotherhood. All I'm saying is that make sure whatever decision you are making as a woman, your husband is in support of it. And if he said no, I want it like that, then you guys may seek alternative. Don't go and sign up for those surgeries when your man is opposing it. It's just don't make sense. It means you are not putting the man into consideration. You are not being considerate to his needs, to his own happiness, that kind of thing. So that's all I'm saying. I have to defend my brotherhood. Okay.
We've heard. It's true actually because I think there was the lady who went to do BBL and her husband was totally against it. The one I think she passed away a few years ago,
Oh
and she went
Lord.
to Turkey and she had a small baby, 3 kids, and the husband was like, "You're fine the way you are. I like you the way you are. Don't worry, it's not important." No,
See?
auntie went, and what
Because she
happened?
wa-
She ended up dying.
because
Yeah.
she want to impress people outside. That's the
Yeah, the
problem.
husband was like, "I don't care. Like, I like you as you are. You've had 3 kids. It's not that
Please,
important to
so
him, you know." So
sisters,
yeah.
please, we like you the way you are. Oh. You are the best angel we have ever seen. Please, Biko, don't go and do the things that our hand cannot carry. Me personally, I don't know, maybe because of my field, I'm usually scared when anything has to involve surgery. So that's why most time I will elect to choose no. But then it is what it is. I think this has been a very fantastic show anyway. It's way better than the one we had yesterday, where
Uncle
CC
Ben.
scatter everything for me. What?
Okay.
What?
I'm not coming back again. This insult is
You
too
will
much.
come back. Oh,
No, this insult
you
is
are,
too much. Thank you.
you have entered one chance, so you will come back.
The insults are too much.
Please, Sisi and Uncle Ben, you should just call yourselves. Let's go. Please, it's what me saying that I don't care what anybody wants to wear, but like I said, I have a lot more experience in fashion, and sometimes people just don't know the repercussions of some things that they do. And
Yeah.
advice is just advice, right? Because even this whole shopping, do the math and calculate it with better quality
Quality
shops. Even
clothes.
this Zara that Uncle Ben talked about, I'm one of those people that go to Zara and I look at the labels. I'm one of those people that go on Zara websites and I check the composition. I'm one of those people because at the end of the day, Uncle Ben, before you came in, one of the things that I said is that even the Zara that I'm talking about is no longer affordable. Every
It
time
is
59
not.
99, 69.99, 79.99. That is not affordable for people. So,
Mhm.
what other high street stores do we have available? There is none. There is no high street stores anymore. The UK now, every other store on the high street is a sweet store or a betting shop or a charity shop. We don't have that. Everything is closing down since COVID.
Yeah.
Everything has shut down. So there are not that many options to shop at anymore. So I understand people that are going to Shein, but we've also given you options of thrifting. I know not everybody has the patience for it, but try TK Maxx. In America, I believe it's TJ Maxx.
Yeah.
Try
TK
stores
Maxx.
like that. You will get better quality stuff for your money, and you don't have to shop every week or every month because that's what most people do.
Yeah,
You're shopping ten
that's a
times
good one.
10 times a week, a year, when you only need to shop 3 times a year because you're
Mhm.
buying things that once you put in the wash, it is done. So you think you're
Mm.
saving money, ultimately you're not. It's just a mind thing sometimes. Try it
Yeah.
out, do the math, do your accounting properly, and you will see. I know this for a fact because I've advised people all the time. Even like Zeno, that you guys know, we've spoken about this as well, where a lot of my friends come to me and say, okay, let's do this instead, let's try this instead. And it always works. I know what I'm saying. It's just you just have to change your mindset towards buying 500 things. You don't need 50 pairs of jeans.
And
You
please
don't.
tell them when they are buying those expensive things, nobody should use their husband money. Go and use your money to buy it.
No, honestly,
Mhm.
because the issue is that people think that they need 50 of a certain kind. You don't need 50 dresses. You just need to start with a what's it called, capsule style wardrobe and
Mhm.
build on that. Do you understand? Even vests. The number of times I used to think that I could just get away with buying vests from Primark. And then this cause that CC talked about, realizing that okay, cause now could have vests for £25 when vest on in Primark is £2. But that one vest I bought from cause, it can
It's
is washable,
lasting.
is
Mhm.
lasting. But I'm not gonna buy 20 from Primark. Have I not spent £25 already? As
All
opposed to
right.
one or two that is solid for years because it's good quality cotton. Every time you wash it, it goes back to normal shape. You can easily take stain. Try and buy a white stain from Shein and stain it. The stain will not come off. Reason, right? So it's just a mentality shift sometimes.
Oh, you're about okay, everybody left. Okay, what should we expect tomorrow on the TSC? I hope you're not gonna give us bad boost tomorrow because I've always had my reservation with this boy on the screen. This boy will get beer, we they
Uncle Ben,
so
you are
yes,
Uncle
ma'am.
Ben, you're this at this point, you're not behaving like Gen. What's your generation again? Gen X.
Gen X.
You're like my grandfather's generation. Because
Baby boomers.
I've explained this couple to you so many times that we did not just choose him because we want to look represent the black man as irresponsible or anything. These were actual real life couples. Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion. They're a thing. That's why we
I
chose
can't
them.
I can't wait. I can't wait for this show tomorrow. I want to see what makes you think this man is a man somebody should choose as an husband. With that tattoo, we swallow in neck, and that be a beer, we be like somebody where they come from Guantanamo Bay. So I can't
They
wait
were
for the show tomorrow.
boyfriend and girlfriend. Uncle Ben, but what's the difference between this and Davido? Davido doesn't have tattoo all the way to his.
I
Okay,
wonder.
this show is over. Thank you, everybody. I will see
Thanks,
you
guys. Tune in
tomorrow.
Oh,
tomorrow,
Sissy, no,
8:30.
Sissy, Uncle Ben, bye. Sissy,
Bye.
Yeah.
He said Davido.
then
Bye. I'm not
shut up.
leaving here until you people leave. Oh. Nobody will drag my boy.
So
CC,
you
good
are not
night.
going again. Good
No,
night,
Uncle
Uncle
Ben has to
You
Ben.
go.
people
Me
want
and
to
Abby
drag
have
my boy.
meeting.
Uncle Ben, don't end our stream. Oh.
Why did you mention the video? Good night,
Because Davido
everybody.
has lots of tattoos. Did you know that I didn't even dip it onto you? Have you, by the way, Uncle Ben, have you heard Davido's new song with Adekunle Gold?
No.
You need to go and listen to that song. I'm going to send you, I'm going to remind everybody on the backstage because do you know what that song is talking about? That song is talking about how both of them are married. Obviously, Adekunle Gold is married to Simi, right? And the song is
Mhm.
about how it takes the grace of God for them not to cheat. Imagine cheaters.
That is the kind of song we want to hear.
No, but it's just so odd.
Them
Like, what
confessing to
Uncle
let
Ben, I've
other men know that it's not cool.
Uncle Ben, I've never seen women talk about how difficult it is not to cheat before. Always men. Why is it so difficult?
Okay.
Anyway, let's not
We'll,
derail this live
we'll
stream.
see
I'll
you
send
guys tomorrow. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
Uncle Ben,
you.
let's talk about our show. So see you guys tomorrow at 8:30 British Standard Time and 3:30 p.m. Since I can't remember what it is.
Is it East Central, whatever it is in the US?
Eastern Standard Time. I don't know. But anyway, so tomorrow's topic is Beyond the Slogan, who really protects the black woman. So we're going to be talking about systemic failures we're going to be talking about Black men, yeah, and the role that they play in protecting Black women. Is it just about hashtag protect Black women? Is it just about talking about Black women but not actually doing anything towards protecting the Black women? Because sometimes that's what happens, isn't it, Sissy? There's lots of hashtags, there's lots of talking, but no
action.
Yeah. So that's what we're talking about tomorrow. So join us. And
with our co-host Yinkas Pepe and Honey Babe. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Good night, everybody.
Bye, real fam.
Bye.